Hello, everybody. We are Vesta Umbra, and intros are difficult, so we're just gonna get right into the opening of the campaign. The City of Stairs. That is what they call it. Many of the nobles and officials of Throtwin claim that the city garnered this name because everyone has the opportunity to rise and climb. If you put in the effort, you will only ascend through the city of Throtwin. Locals know that the city garnered the name because there are so many fucking stairs everywhere. You will constantly be climbing and descending on any trip throughout Throtwin, never to end your journey at the same elevation that you began. However, stairs are not what are on the minds of the citizens of Throtwin at this time. The city stands in a teetering balance. Economic and civil issues thrown completely off kilter by a plague that recently ravaged the city and is yet to be completely destroyed. Additionally, the neighboring nation of Kyrgyzstate is on the verge of declaring war on the Throtwin nation, leaving much of the population frightened and afraid. Production has fallen, which has caused crime rates to increase as needs cannot be met, which has continued to decrease production as business shuts down and their owners are too frightened to open, a feedback loop that threatens to completely destabilize the city if something isn't done. And so, King Helgrind signed into law a dangerous order, the Freelancer Initiative. You all, in your own time, find the flyer that describes the Freelancer Initiative to you. You all, for your own reasons, make your way to the Justice District. You all make your way to the headquarters, the towering blue spire of the Peacekeeper Corps. You all make your way one by one, not at the same time, on this day, the first day of your jobs, to the meeting room. Many individuals stand, sitting, laying about in this rather decently sized room. Snacks were not provided. Some of you may be chatting with each other. Some of you, actually maybe one of you in particular, may be hiding in the corner, unwilling to communicate. But we will officially begin the campaign as a door open and a voice booms into the room. All right, everyone. This older gentleman, or gentleman I say, there is very little gentle looking about him. He wears the signature armor of the Peacekeeper, this steel meshed armor with leather strapping across it, but he gets a little bit different. Whereas most Peacekeepers have a helmet that just covers like the front of their face with little goggles for their eyes, a little tabard that falls around the back. This one gets a full enclosed face helmet. The token I have for him is right here. All right, everyone. Takes a moment to clear his throat and then looks around at all of you. It's impossible to know if he is satisfied with what he sees, but given how he sighs in dismay, you would imagine that he is not. I'm Duty Chief of the Peacekeepers, name Ed Fire. I will be your overseer, though I will not be the one you report to directly. You all know the job. You all have been assigned your papers. Take a look at them, make sure you know your designation. We're gonna move fast. Any questions?
Lee. And I,
yeah, as he asks any questions, a lot of people are like, yeah, including, yeah. And he's like, right, all right. When they call your designation, head into the office. And then more peacekeepers begin to filter to the room.
Don't answer the questions.
No, he asks any questions and then just moves on. And Chief Ed Fire will leave. So, first things first, peacekeepers will begin. 3 of them in total will come into the room. The first one will call out for for it'll be a kind of older woman, like maybe 50 years old under the armor, but she's still quite brawny, really big. She will say, "Designation Stonepike," and you will see a couple of people around the room look at their papers and go, "All right," and will follow her off into another office. Another one steps forward and calls out for designation Shimmerfox, to which multiple people are a little bit like you see this one Minotaur in the group. He's like, Shimmerfox. What kind of bitch name is that? To which the peacekeeper will be like, names are final, get in the office.
Just a bunch of jack dudes at Shimmerfox.
Shimmerfox.
Yeah.
And then finally, the last of the 3 peacekeepers will call out, this is your last opportunity to tell me if you want to come up with a designation yourself. Going once, going twice. Designation Stray Moon.
Oh damn, I was voting for designation Bumblefucks.
All right, you're last of the lot. Let's get going. You will see that the peacekeeper who called out, and as you look at your papers, indeed you are. The party is all the designation Stray Moon. He is this younger man, maybe only high 20s, maybe 26 to 28 years old. When he speaks, though, he has this kind of husk about him, this rasp of experience as he speaks. And here is his token. All right, and he will lead you all into an office. Just a couple, you basically go right into the next room. This room appears to be for a very dedicated purpose. And he will sit down and start going through papers and say, right, you lot, give me a minute. Not quite prepared for this. Talk amongst yourselves. Do what you must. First, to come, I kind of messed up the order here. Whoopsies. I was supposed to describe the order in which you guys responded to the thing. So he'll say that as he's walking into the room. First to step forward toward the door, toward the office, based on what I have written. Karleigh, if you'd like to describe your character.
Absolutely. Okay, so my name is Lyra. So she's got pink fluffy hair that's kind of wispy, and it moves ever so slightly, like it's in a bun, but it continuously moves around like clouds. So it's just ever wisping and moving and fluffing, and it looks like a sunset, like a really beautiful I always think it looks like Trix yogurt from when we were kids, like that beautiful purple and pink, and it just constantly moves. And she has stars all across her hair, just kind of laced within it, like little trinkets and stuff in her hair. And she has this Victorian puff around her collar of her shirt, and everything's really poofy like clouds on her. So her shirt's really poofy. She's got a poofy skirt, and then she's got little booties on. And and she almost looks like elvish with her like little pointy ears, and her skin is very like rosy pink. The graphic just shows kind of like pale kind of pink, but like I think it's a little more rosy pinker than that, kind of closer to her hair. And so she kind of bounds forward, but attached to her, I think, is also her brother's hand.
Following close behind, seemingly unwillingly. Nick, you may describe your character.
Yeah, so Calx is just a tall guy. You can't really distinguish much of his features behind his armor, in which he wears a full set of chainmail with helmet attached. He follows along dutifully behind this little fairy-like lady, and he just follows into the room without saying much or doing much. But he looks tall and strong and heavy.
Was that a question, Allison?
Yes, I need spellings of names.
Oh, yes. Lyra is Lyra.
Thank
And
you.
Calx is Calx.
You got that?
Yep.
All right. Well, write it down quickly, because Allison, you're up next in my order of things.
Allison's like, oh, okay.
Next to, after Lyra, you would know her name, as you guys have again, you've met each other on paper. So you would, maybe at this time she's introduced herself, but you guys would know her name to be Lyra and Calx. As they follow in, quick to follow behind them is
Skyler Silverspring. She is a very tall and almost like elegant. Like she has like a flow to her basically. And she's wearing a mix of colors, almost like contrasting, but like very like similar to Lyra, with like all of the different colors going on, but in a different like format, or in a different hue. So she has the blue aesthetic going on, whereas like you have the pinks and the purples. So she has like a purple, almost like Arabian silken like top with like a very form-fitting bottom, and her hair is bright blue, and she also gives off those like elven features. But one thing that like you really get from her is that like confidence, because she walks in stride. Like she is here and she knows what she's about to do. Like she knows.
right.
Love it.
Sauntering or swaggering, as some might say, into the room. To follow behind, she may have taken a minute to pick up some books and some utensils that she had taken, is Lyndsie's character.
It's incredible.
Like doodling in her little.
Yes.
Doodling.
So behind these two glorious individuals would be a short, surprisingly quick walking, with the fact that she is constantly looking down at her paper, her little book with paintbrush in hand, and staring at you two are big gray eyes, and she's constantly tipping her little top hat back because it's a bit bigger than it probably should be, so it tends to fall forward in front of her eyes often. But her hair is pulled back kind of haphazardly. It's like a silvery gray color. Her skin is super pale but has like little freckles, little dots of dark freckles, and she's got like a little smirk on her face. And she walks with purpose, but you can definitely tell she's very distracted. And my name is Sable Mistway, and she's busy taking some little sketches of these gorgeous ladies that just walked in front of her.
These gorgeous ladies. All right, and Sable, as the fourth one enters the office from the back corner, peeling himself out of the shadow. Quin, you may describe your character.
Yeah, so Lysander, his true size is hard to discern. He definitely looks tall, but he's hunched. He's just so closed in on himself, and he wears a really simple black cloak. From what you can make out of his features, they look very angular very severe. Everything's like pointed. He does not look well. He almost looks like he's sick. He's just pale. His eyes, however, have a very unnatural attentiveness to them, and they have that sharp yellow or orange color that pops very differently compared to the rest of the palette, which is basically just grays and blacks. Coming out a bit from the robes, you can see that he has very long, very, very long black hair. That's probably like tucked back, like behind into the cloak, all the other things, and it's very, very dark. And his general demeanor, everybody said they were walking with confidence. His step is not confidence. His step is trepidatious, as if there are predators in the space, and he's very like worried and nervous. And he has a quarterstaff on his person. And I think that's about it. I don't know if you guys would notice anything else about him.
So, sliding into the back of the room, you all find yourselves in this small office. And again, this guy is kind of like digging through this like cabinet and looking for stuff. He's tossing like daggers and stuff out of the side. Maybe a couple handcuffs are going into the side. Does not look like this was organized. This was kind of thrown. He's giving the impression that this was thrown together pretty quickly, and he doesn't even really know what's going on. And as he said, you guys have a minute to talk with each other if you would like to.
As he says that, I think I would just stand still and stare into space.
But by the way, the men of the group are like hidden in shadow as you're this like armored guy, just like just sitting there, and then all the three women are like dancing.
I rush over to my brother and I go, Calx, do you see everyone? They're so fascinating and wonderful and beautiful. What do you think? They're just so lovely.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool, I guess. Do you want to do the thing?
That's what I'm saying. Should we do it? Should we do it now? Do you think it's time? Or do you think it's too early? Should we wait?
I have made signs that I am listening to this, and I'm slowly backing away.
I mean, I'll
know
just
what this
follow
thing
what
is.
you do, Lyra.
Okay. And with that, I boldly, sharply turn my head towards the others, because I imagine I was facing completely toward Calx. And I turn with this air of confidence, like I'm about to do a performance, and I go,
Flinch.
"Why, hello, everyone. It is such an honor to be able to serve with you all in this freelancers program. And well, you see, my brother and I were just so excited to meet all of you. And well, we decided there's only one way to really introduce ourselves, and we just really hope you enjoy it." Okay, Calx, are you ready?
While she's saying this, Calx was fishing through his backpack for a little piece of paper that he has pulled out, and then just slowly starting to unwrap, and then he's like, yeah, I think I am.
Okay, I'm ready. Prepare to witness
These siblings in business
picking jobs to punish villains.
to keep the peace for civilians.
No wrongdoers can stop our velocity.
In our pursuit to safeguard equality.
Lyra,
Calx.
binary orbit, here to make evil rattle.
Shut the fuck up, Corey. Stop laughing.
Do we have to redo all of this?
No.
Okay, let's just take it from binary. No, let's just take it from binary orbit. I heard God laughing. Okay. Binary orbit, here to make evil rattle.
Surrender now or prepare for battle.
And we look to all of you to see your faces.
No, once he says this, Calx, so Lyra throughout the entire thing is striking poses between every line, and then Calx reads that, and then he reads something below it, and then he goes into a position to mirror Lyra's as she's finally positioned. So she ends with crossing her arms like an X, and then Calx stands behind her, and then crosses an X above her,
Yeah, no,
so it's a double X.
But it's like, and then he does it, and he's like looking at the paper, and then Lyra, you have to like, like an elbow, and he's like, oh, and he like raises his hands up a little
Like,
bit more.
I just
You
made a
guys are
performance of a
amazing.
lifetime, and I'm panting. I'm like,
So, if everyone would like to describe what they respond to that with.
Skylar's like in awe. She's like, wow, I didn't realize we were supposed to like practice something. But snaps to you guys, that was impressive.
Sable
Thank you. We've been-
sets down her book and just like, wow, that was really inspiring. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
we've been practicing for like, I don't know, the last week or something like that.
folks, we really did it. And what do you say, Lysander?
I am like in the corner of the room, like standing on a bookshelf, just like arms like
There's no furniture. You feel extremely exposed.
I'll just be like, that wasn't an attack of some kind.
No, we were hoping you would actually feel more welcomed with that.
Maybe I messed up writing it, Lyra. Should I have
Oh no,
changed?
no, maybe
features around?
my
It
poses were
looked
too
like
much.
it looked like you were casting a spell of some
It
kind.
kind of sounds spell-like. But you know what? I think it added to the appeal of it.
I feel very welcomed. Thank you so much. It was
I
beautiful.
look back to our captain, like our captain brigadier, see if he noticed it.
He is currently sitting on his desk like this.
He's like,
just head in hand.
Breathtaking.
As
I
you look
I
at
knew
him-
it.
As
God,
you-
not to break character so early,
that was awesome.
but really
Yes.
set a tone for this whole game.
That was awesome.
That was
Nick
so
proposed
funny.
it to me, so
That
Nick
was
proposed it,
awesome.
and I was like, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Bro,
It sounded like a Nick thing.
I
for sure.
literally wrote this, like, I wrote the entire thing in like a feverish hour of just me looking up synonyms and rhymes.
So you see the captain is sitting there, and he's like, "Well, you know what? I've seen stranger people be successful. I shouldn't be quick to judge. All right."
Wait, you thought that was
is-
strange? I thought that would be welcoming and people would feel inspired and really want to help the program.
Sure. So, does anyone else want to do any
Her clouds.
any
kind of
speaking
down a
about
little bit.
anything? Does anyone else want to say anything?
I'll like raise my hand a little bit, like, ooh, I have a suggestion. Would you, if you want, I could paint you a poster to go with your slogan.
Oh, like binary orbit. What did I write? It pulls out the paper again. Binary orbit, here to make evil rattle. Surrender now or prepare for battle. Like write a poster with
Yeah.
that slogan or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
wait,
Alright.
we should all be in it. We're all a team now. Shouldn't we all be in it?
Wait, would I have to rewrite the intro then for everybody?
Maybe later. But for the poster, right? Maybe that could be if we're all in it and we all do a pose.
Oh yeah, I can start sketching. I can start sketching right now, actually, and I'll like flip to another page and I'll start like sketching
my God.
some stuff down.
Dreams are
Well,
coming
like-
true.
I think Lysander's just looking between all of you and the things you were saying, and he's just like, he doesn't know what to say. He's just paralyzed.
Just watching it unfold before him.
Yeah.
Like, are you two like a entertainer duo, or like, what's going on here?
This is my older brother.
Hello.
Siblings, fun. Okay. But like, That was very like professional. So like, did you plan that? Like,
You thought it was professional. Oh, Calx, did you hear that? That was so lovely.
I can't believe it.
but like, it gives off like entertainer vibes. Like, are you into entertainment?
No.
Totally. No.
I mean, Lyra's always been pretty entertaining, so maybe she could do that.
I just really love putting smiles on people's faces and seeing all of your faces just have a beautiful smile on it. Just made
Except
my
for
day.
Lysander. That was not a smile.
Yeah, it was
was-
kind of like an upside down one, and I
Like a
haven't seen that
grimace.
very often.
Or a frown.
Is that
He
what
just,
they're
like-
called?
He puts his head down and turns away.
Are you okay if I make your suit
Suits.
are you okay if I make your colors a bit brighter? Not you, the one in the armor. I don't have a lot of gray.
I mean,
Oh,
you hear
Calx?
creaking. You hear creaking as Calx looks at his armor, up and down. Is like, sure. Do you want to do it to like my armor or like the poster's armor?
Can I paint your armor?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, okay, amazing. I'll work on that right now. How do you feel about green? I think you look really great in green. Is that okay?
I do not care.
Great. Okay, fabulous.
Sorry, I'm gonna message you a question.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you. Really branching out today.
Well, it's kind of disturbing that this is what makes you proud of me.
Oh, you mean? I'm always proud of you. I'm just really proud of you that like you didn't want to be here in the first place, and then you came along, and I'm very proud. But then you've already made a friend, and they're gonna paint your armor.
Well, I don't know if I should take this as an insult or something.
Oh no.
Did you
No,
think I was
I'm-
capable of making friends, Lyra?
What? Oh my god. Calx, come on.
Come on.
Come on. I kind of punch your armor a little bit.
My name's Sable, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You already know our names from the intro.
Yeah, it was very efficient. And what was your name? I point at Allie.
Skyler.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thanks. I have the whole like alliteration thing. Skyler, Silver Spring, S's, you know.
I love it. Have you ever thought of what you would look like as a bird? I can absolutely draw you one if you want. It would be beautiful. I can incorporate the silver like in the wings. Actually, I'll start working on it right now. I'm gonna turn a page and I'm gonna start like
Okay.
sketching you as a bird.
Incredible.
Okay. Hang on.
I love that question.
Tell me something. Corey, did you say something?
Sorry, I thought I was gonna move on. Okay. So
I thought it was gonna stays in the
I
same
thought I was
place
gonna move
forever.
on, but things are happening actually. That's my response to whatever that happened just there.
Remember, Corey, when you were talking about before campaign, like the way that like we kind of all got into a group together was that we were like picking folders of each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
you-
that
you
still kind of
pick-
true?
Yeah, no. So again, you guys have met each other on paper. You know that you were going to be working with, like you, Lyra. You know there was going to be a Sable in the group. You know there was going to be a Skyler in the group. But this is the first time you're actually meeting them.
Gotcha. Okay.
I like to imagine that,
Did I come
for that,
by it
Lyra
differently?
No, again, like, so, for a lot of you, the name Lysander is a new one.
Yeah,
In
that's what I
fact,
thought.
you wouldn't have known exactly what your group is until you got here today. And only one of you in the group recognizes the name Lysander. But
It would be two.
like it's not like two. But it's not like, you know, maybe yeah. That's how we'll put it.
Wait, who are the two that knew?
You and Calx.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I wanted to make sure that that was
There was
it.
no
Okay.
conversation, I see.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to double check. Okay, because then I would turn to Lysander and be like, and of course we have Lysander here. Like, it's so exciting. You're with the group. I'm so happy you came.
Oh.
I saw your picture in the files, and you know it was kind of off by itself. But I was like, oh, the picture. It looks so cool. And you were all booty and sad. I was like, oh my god, it's pretty neat. We're make more friends.
Wait,
I think that her exact words were,
you
"He
wanted
looks
me
like
here?
a nice guy."
Yeah, you look like a nice guy. Just like
What?
Calx said.
You are the rest of you, Sable, Sable, and Skyler. As she says, "You look like a nice guy," and she's like looking up at this tall, guy.
He's
And
got,
you see
for days,
these
so many
burning
different-
orange eyes coming from beyond this hood, and like this
So
sallow face, and you see his eyes like blink out of time, like, like yeah.
The creepiest guy in existence.
He's,
Yeah, you look like a
he's so
genuinely nice
sus.
guy.
Oh. That is not normally the response that I get.
Well, Lyra, it ain't normal, so I guess get used to it.
Oh, should I take that as an insult?
Probably.
But,
That'd be smart.
Thank you.
But he hits you on the shoulder a little.
I
You're very
hope to be of use to you all. I have failed at every other job I've tried.
Well, maybe not this one.
You won't fail this one. We'll help you.
Your calling. I think that
What?
could
He's
be,
like- Are you sure?
I think I'm gonna have to go with. The lilac for you. I just simply don't have enough gray. But don't worry, we can try to work up to like a violet eventually. We'll get there.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Wait, are you drawing a picture?
Oh, well, you might have been cowering a bit too much in the corner to hear earlier, but I'm gonna draw us a little logo. So we'll all be in it. So I think that maybe, I feel like purple fits your vibe. You know?
I suppose I was cowering. I'm very nervous
That's okay.
around people.
Have you tried deep breathing?
I like purple. I like blue.
Oh, I have a lot of
And-
blue.
I like blue. I like red also.
Well, did red and blue together make purple? Isn't that fun? So it's like like all your three favorites together in
That's
one.
interesting.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Well, no one's ever drawn a picture of me before.
I get to be your first one. Oh, and she like pushes back her top hat a little bit. She's looking up at you, and then she kind of holds on to it. Be like, I'll get your proportions right. Don't you worry. I'll practice.
Does that hat not fit you?
What you mean? And she lets go, and it like falls forward a little bit more.
It looks like it's rather large on your tiny skull.
Oh, well, I haven't been able to get it altered. Yeah, it's new. Thank you for noticing, though.
Would you like me to fix it for you?
Are you a tailor?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I would love that. That would be amazing. Like right now, or like does it take you like 1 to
don't
7
think-
business days? Like what's the
I don't
turnaround?
think I have time now.
Okay.
I don't think it would take me long. We must be removing material.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm
sounds great.
confused. You said you failed at every other job. Does that mean you failed at being a tailor too?
Yes.
I bet
But-
that's not true.
It was mostly
Why?
because, well, the material they had me working with, I was not very familiar with. I was getting the hang of it, but they only gave me a week and a half, and then they kicked me out.
Oh, that's not enough time for genius. You have to have more time than that. Shame.
I don't think I'm a genius.
All creatives are geniuses. You can't tell me otherwise. No.
Oh. Maybe I am then. He looks like he considers your question.
Stop.
I need a break. Guys.
No, this is awesome. I love it.
Cute. This is too damn
No, this
cute.
is awesome. And by the way, so Lysander's full height is like 6'6", was it?
Yeah,
6 foot.
he's like
sheesh.
6'5", 6'6".
Holy moly.
He's
Sable is 4'8".
soaking wet, so it's all bone. It's
Yeah,
all
I'm
limbs.
under 5 foot, so that's a major
Yeah,
difference.
Sable is
I'm like-
4'8". So like you see this like tiny girl like pushing her top hat back to talk to this
Climbing your
like
chair.
this basketball player.
Oh man, that's funny.
But he's
And it's
hot,
because
so
like,
he's
and then again,
pushing
like you all,
forward,
you all notice that like he's the one who appears to be afraid of her. So like,
Very true.
it's pretty cool.
It's the elephant and the mouse.
It really is. Maybe the romance is still.
Stop. Oh my gosh. I feel like Lysander's
I
too
was
scared
like-
of his own shadow.
Probably.
I don't know what world. I don't know what world. We might, maybe something will happen. But I was thinking about that going into it. I was like, I don't know what
There's
world.
probably no way.
Oh,
There's probably no way, but that won't stop me from joking about it.
let's go. Love it. We'll see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens.
gonna see what happens. Maybe there's gonna be a Lysander makeover
for a
episode.
long time.
Lysander makeover episode.
You can break your hair.
Just
All
blow
right.
him up. My mind went straight to
Like
Kiss.
the Breakfast
He's
Club
just
girl.
he's just playing bass for Kiss. That was like the only
That's
thing.
funny.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, at this point, the captain is just kind of sitting on his desk. He's like tapping his fingers against the thing. And as the conversation quiets down, he's like, "You're not ready yet."
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm supposed to give you a company mandated time to get to know each other. Some kind of HR thing. I don't really care.
Do you
Well-
know why?
Here's the thing. We're here for business. You know why you're here. You're the new freelancers. You're supposed to be the ones we ask to help us shore up some of the simpler things in the city that we don't have the time for. My name is Captain Caro. I'll be your direct supervisor for this one.
Good job, Corey. Thank you.
Are there any questions about your role in all of this and what you're going to be doing?
Yes. I use magic. Sometimes, or more often than not, it scares people. Am I allowed to use it to help us?
I don't care what you do as long as you get me a culprit at the end of it.
Oh. Will you arrest me for using magic?
I'll arrest you for breaking the law. Last I checked, magic ain't outlawed in Throtwin.
Okay.
What's
I will
against
have
the
to study more laws
Uh,
to make sure I don't
you,
break any.
not if there's anything specific, we'll get into it. But anything that would incur a bounty in Skyrim will incur a bounty in Throtwin.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
magic in general is fine, but if you cast Fireball on the orphanage, the peacekeepers will like to have a word with you.
A word? I'm sorry. We need to pull you aside for just a second.
Yeah, just a quick little powwow.
We were rather bothered by what you did there.
Yeah, that was kind
Burning
of.
down the orphanage.
That was a little disruptive. We're gonna have to talk about your habits.
I'm not sure.
Tough.
So, yeah, and then where were we? Right. Any other questions about what your role is in all of this?
No.
Uniforms like you have.
Nope. None for you. Not enough money.
What about
Thank goodness.
weaponry?
Nope. I see you got your own. That's plenty for me. As far as gear goes, because I get to see that's where we're going to, you get these, and he pulls out 3 pairs of handcuffs and puts them on the desk. I'll be expecting a criminal in one of those if you want to get anything more from our office.
And what about the other 2?
That's in case you need them. What if there's more than one? There's more than 3? God's help ya.
So,
Do they
combat,
have? Oh, sorry, Calx.
I was just gonna ask, is combat expected in this line of duty?
Yeah, you're gonna be hunting down murderers, vandals, and cutthroats. I don't expect any of them to go willingly.
Do you want them to come back alive, right?
That's preferred. That way we can interrogate them, get a proper confession.
Cool.
If they must die, that's all right. We'll still accept a job done as long as you can provide their corpse and evidence that they were the ones who did it.
Let's say there's like 10 of them, and they have a leader. Would you
As long as you successfully disrupt whatever's going on. As long as you successfully disrupt whatever's going on, whether that be break-ins or murders or kidnappings or something, as long as it's disrupted and you can provide us some credibility, then you're good to go. So in that instance, arresting the pettiest one of them wouldn't do anything. They'd keep going. But if you got the leader, that might break up the group. That'd be enough for me.
I think Lysander has a question.
As
Oh, well,
I'd
didn't
like
see
to
you there.
imagine this giant basketball player raising his hand above everybody else, just waiting there patiently.
Didn't see you there.
What if they are poisoned with a neurotoxin so severe that they have lost access to their bodily functions?
Are
would
they
be
breathing?
alive. Yes, maybe.
Then they're alive.
But what if they couldn't speak to you?
Oh, we got other ways.
Okay. I was just wondering.
In fact, if you have access to that kind of stuff, use that. It's less paperwork, that's less cleanup for us over here.
All right.
Oh, I have a question. What's the best way to what is the criteria for registering for fashion police certification?
You'll have to take that up in the cloth weaver district. We don't have that kind of jurisdiction here.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, Lysander, you seem to like fashioning things, right? Do you want to help me? Because I've seen some atrocious outfits in the city and I simply can't stand for it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, okay, like I get my fashion police badge and then I can arrest them for atrocious attire and then you can fix them. And then we rehabilitate them
Like a
into society.
rehabilitation program.
Yes, exactly.
You're something else.
Thank you so much. I can't stand. There's so many hideous things. It breaks my heart to see it. Actually,
I think if we
This
have
sounds
this
very strange to me.
I think we'd have to work up to this. I hear that fashion police are pretty restrictive in their selection process.
is it? Oh, I was really trying to read up on it before I came here. There just is not a lot of information. I'm just trying to
So
do my best.
restrictive, I doubt it even exists.
I give Calx a look like, you've heard of fashion police?
Of course not.
Please.
Well, see, because you're our first project, because you don't have any color, and I'm just gonna be here to help rehabilitate you into society with
Are
fashion.
you saying that this
Right,
outfit
Sable.
is bad?
I could use
No.
help with that.
I can help you
I
with
don't understand people very well, and all I have are these ropes. And this staff. But no money, and that is all I have. So
that. Well, you know what's great is it seems like these two lovely ladies are right on par with understanding the people, and I'm really good with color They've already got that nailed down. That's why I wanted to help Calx, because his sister is such an inspiration. I think you're great, Calx. I really do. I just want you to rise to the occasion of society. I'm here to help you with that, okay? So you just let me know.
I'm inspired.
Yes.
Calx is a fashion icon in the Onyx district. He is on par in the Onyx district. I will have you know.
That's stunning.
Yeah,
I've never been to the Onyx district before. Do they love
I will have to take you. I'll have to take you.
Okay, I'll get my rose-colored glasses. That way
Absolutely.
I can withstand the time there. That sounds like a great educational opportunity. Thank you.
Right then, you lot will fit right in the Cloud Top district. Any other questions? Anything at all?
When do we start?
Now.
Oh.
As soon as you tell me there's no more questions. And I'm taking that as a no. All right.
Woohoo!
So, designation Stray Moon. It opens up this little thing, and he pulls out an envelope, and he drops it on a table in front of you. We got you started off with a real cushy job, we do. Turns out, on the edge of the Park District, there's a little old street called Petalrun Way. Petalrun Way. Aptly named. Whether the name followed the shops or the shops followed the name, a lot of flower shops down there, a lot of bouquets been broken into. So, you guys are gonna go solve the mystery of the dangerous flower shop vandal. Careful not to get pricked by any thorns or mess up anyone's bouquets while you're down there.
Oh, I can't imagine. That would be heartbreaking. These criminals must come to justice. That's just absolutely devastating.
Flowers can be dangerous, especially when they hide predators.
Yes.
Imagine.
Perfect. You all understand. Well, if you understand,
the evil that might stem from this.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
great.
That was
I had
rather
to.
funny.
Sorry.
well, we need to. No, Calx, that's a no. It's good to say that because we can't let this grow into anything more.
That's so
Captain,
good.
that was a bit of a stretch. We should leave the comedy to Calx.
How does crime grow? Crime is a subject, not a plant.
We're on it, Captain. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not. Now get out of my office.
All right.
I'm marching out.
All right, so you all exit the Peacekeeper Corps, and
Before we go, could Calx stay back and ask for files on the other 3 people that we saw during the original thing? Like to hold on to.
he doesn't have those.
Damn. Okay.
He's not one of the recruiters, though. You could probably find those somewhere.
Okay.
So, you all step out into the streets of Throtwin, bustling with hundreds and thousands of people. Throtwin is extremely dense. Not as dense up here in the Cloud Top District, which the Justice Corps, or the Justice District, sits right on the edge of. A lot of you are probably higher up in the city than you've ever been in your entire life. But, for now, the job is simple. Gotta head back down into the Mercantile District, near the edge of the Park District, and find Petalrun Way, find out what's going on down there, and put a stop to it. You do know, after eventually somebody reads what's in the envelope, that there should be a peacekeeper expecting you today down there, ready to brief you on exactly what's going on.
Do we have a name for the peacekeeper?
Shyla, I believe. Let me find it.
Shyla, where are
Shyla.
Maybe she's a little shy.
Good one.
Maybe she's a little shy.
But I'm.
Yeah, Shyla.
Lyndsie.
Yeah.
Lyndsie.
Yes, girl. What's up?
Jeez. Wow.
While we're walking there, Calx would trail behind the group to naturally wherever Lysander is. And he'd go and he'd be like, "So, you
It
said
was
you're
probably, and as you
mage."
do it, character note. As you do that, you start to trail. I don't know if maybe you would feel it or something, but his eyes are like on you, like the whole time. Like the second you started moving towards him, he was just watching, very very attentive. Um, Continue.
So you're a mage, right?
Yes. Well, I use magic. I don't actually know what I am. I'm not
So
sure
you
that
don't
was
know-
made very
so you
clear
don't-
to me.
You don't know where your magic comes from?
I do know that, yes. But sorry, I was chewing on this chocolate here.
Where'd you get that? That's illegal.
But as far as what kind of mage I am, I haven't really been able to answer that. I don't know. But I mostly work with spirits.
Spirits.
And other animals, specifically arthropods.
Alright, so you're something like a druid?
I don't think I'm like them, but I think
I'm
it's...
not asking for philosophy, I'm asking for the source of your magic.
How do I understand the source of my magic? Right?
You understand it as spirits.
Yes.
It's always been
it's like-
spirits.
So, well, I mean, I call on spirits, specifically animal spirits, to help me. That's
So,
how it's
like,
always
what-
been.
What kind of spells can you cast?
Oh, well, I... That's tough. I'll look around to see how many people are around.
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot, but none of them really care about you guys.
Okay, I'm kind of like.
Oh,
turn
also,
away.
by the way, forgot to mention, in the envelope were 5 dinky little bronze badges that say
Okay,
freelancer
cool.
on them.
There you go.
I got badges.
It's not really me that casts the magic. I really just direct it. I have friends that cast the magic for me. I will let you meet the nice one. Her name is Persephone. Memi is not very nice. You will probably meet him at some point, though, especially during combat. But people don't like her and him, but it's understandable if they don't like him because he's rude. But they don't like her, and that's strange because she's very
I'm
nice.
gonna be honest, I don't care. I just want to know where your magic comes from.
Right. At this point, you will start to see movement behind his cowl as there's a shift, and the shift slowly moves up his head, and then you'll see spider legs, large spider legs, start to crawl out from underneath his head, and it will rest on his face, and he won't move an inch. And then he'll just put his hand up to his nose, and this large spider, it's about the size of your palm, will like crawl onto his hand, and he'll hold her out, and he goes, "This is Persephone." So Persephone looks like a widow spider, but her skin, or exoskeleton, is like a marble white, and she, that pattern was about as close as I could get with the artwork, but the pattern is very specifically a blue rose on the back of her abdomen. So it's large, and then she just kind of like has her legs out. She looks like despite the weird coloring and the size, she looks like a normal spider. And it's like, "This is Persephone. She was a spirit I was bonded to when I was young. The other is Mimi. And she and him are very powerful. They use magic, and I direct it all upon it because they're spirits. So it's only really through my manifesting them that they can act. Persephone can heal people. She's not venomous, actually, at all, which is strange for the kind of spirit she appears to be. She can heal people. She's perceptive. She can notice things. She can see in the dark. I think that's about it, really. Agamemnon, though, which is Mimi, he's very poisonous. He's very dangerous, and his webs are quite sticky. I can summon a good amount of them in a place. But I can poison people with using his venom. But I don't like to do that, not unless I have to. It's very painful. It's a cytotoxin, so it destroys the cells.
But yeah, Calx for this entire time was kind of just walking, completely just staring at you. You can't get a read of his face really because his helmet covers it, but you get the feeling that he's insight checking the shit out of you.
Can I insight check back and get your body language to see if maybe you think I'm hostile?
Sure.
Sure. Nick, what are you insight checking for?
I think you know what I'm insight checking for.
I actually have no freaking clue what you're insight checking for.
Okay.
I don't know if any of the girls noticed this conversation either.
Maybe not. They're all like Lyra is skipping, Skyler is sauntering, Sable is like they're all doing different.
I have expended a charge of wild shape, and this is the familiar.
Oh, in which case,
I assume that I'm just going to do that at the top of the day every day because I also get a use of wild shape back on short resting too. So I get more per day.
Nice.
And I'm going to get more than just 2 uses as I level up too. Messages.
But yeah.
Anyway, she's quite friendly. She likes it when you rub her abdomen. He'll observe, and he'll flip her over, and he will get his finger, and he'll just start scritching, like the underside of her belly, and her spider legs are just going like everywhere, and it looks so weird, and you will see a faint smile on his face as he does it. And then he'll flip her back over. Would you like to hold her?
Sure. And then he'll put out his left hand.
Yeah, Persephone will kind of tentatively. Well, I don't know. Corey, you tell me what Persephone does, but I can.
Well, Persephone follows your orders, so what do you tell her to do?
I'll just be like, make nice.
Okay. Persephone will step forward toward the outstretched hand and will take a moment to, like, if it were a mammal, you might get a better read on what they're doing, but she kind of just looks at it, and then her, like, pedipalps start to, like, and then after they flit around a little bit, she will step forward onto your hand and just sit still in your hand.
I think we just walk along for like a minute as Calx is just holding him.
Yeah, you're just holding this spider.
You know, most
just walking, and she just sits there.
Positively to seeing her.
I mean, I can imagine this is a big spider.
Yes. Well, it's not that big, but thank you for not attacking her. She means a lot to me. It's not like you'd kill her if you did anyway. She's a very powerful spirit.
Oh, that's nice to know that there's an immortal spider nearby at all times.
No, there's two.
Oh, nice.
Well, actually, these spirits are all around you constantly.
So you're saying that I'm constantly surrounded by immortal spiders?
No, we are.
As big or bigger? Oh,
Well,
we are.
you have to manifest them. You have to use magic to bring it about. But they're there. Many other spirits too. True. Not just spider spirits, but in this city there's a lot of spiders. And rats. There's a lot of rats.
I can imagine.
But I don't like rats very much.
I think after a while, Calx would move his hand and just have Persephone walk around from the palm of his hand to the back of his hand and then back again.
You'll see she kind of just dissipates, and I think when Persephone disappears, there's just flowing blue rose petals that just disappear when she goes. It's and then I'll just have her reappear on the back of my skull again, Corey.
Alright, well, thanks for showing me your special spider, I guess. And, for telling me this.
Yes, but that's basically what I spent most of my life learning how to do, was interacting with these. What can you do? You look strong. You remind me of a tarantula.
Well, I mean, I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Yes.
In terms of what I can do, I'm not gonna tell you. And then he'll walk away.
What?
And so it begins.
He's just left wanting to say something and then chooses not to. It just keeps falling.
Okay. Any other walk and talks?
I think
Alright.
Lyra is just pointing out everything on the walk down. Sorry, I just got a message from Nick. It just confirmed something I thought. So on the way down, I'm just like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it's just the entire way down.
Does my insight check pick up anything quick?
What are you inciting?
I incited his response.
Oh!
If it was positive or negative.
Nick, did Calx have a positive or negative response to that?
I would say positive.
He seemed as though he doesn't really care. You've definitely summoned Persephone for people, and they've just gone, ah! And then just punched you in the face or whatever.
Yep.
He wasn't so concerned with what it was. He seemed more satisfied than anything else.
Okay, sweet.
As Lyra's walking and pointing at things, and she's like, look at that. Look at that. I'm right behind her being like, oh, yeah. Oh. And I'm doing half speed drawings of the stuff that she's pointing at. It's just
you do not have enough time whatsoever to finish any of these.
They're just half sketches. She points at a door, it's an archway.
It's like a collage of all these random sites.
It's just scribbles. It really doesn't look like anything, but I'm trying.
All right. So, the walk through the city of Throtwin is exhausting as always. Something like maybe 15 flights of stairs. Luckily, you got to descend all of them, so that was pretty nice. But exhausting as always. However, you will end up at the border of the Park District. just to a road that maybe some of you have heard of or know of. Petalrun Way is very much this like hub of flower shops from people who will, with the permission of those who guard the park district, go into there, pick flowers, and arrange them into very nice bouquets. The entirety of Petalrun Way is actually dominated by a special, like this plant that is native to the Throtwin area called the pink thistle bush. So named, you will see why when we get to the art, but this bush is like grown out of a bunch of different like street corners and a bunch of different houses, have it on the windows and stuff. Petalrun Way is very much a brighter street than a lot of the other areas in Throtwin.
Nice.
However,
this art is so slick.
It's so pretty.
Very nice AI generation.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Took me like 2 generations. As you reach Petalrun Way, though, you definitely notice there's this aura of fear or apprehension in many of the people. A bunch of shops, which would normally have, lights on and lanterns outside lit to signify that they are open, are right now closed. When you arrive, you will see this small contingent of guards, and guards, are basically like hired mercenaries of the peacekeepers. Difference between a guardsman and a freelancer is that the freelancers are awarded autonomy. You guys are going to be like told to investigate things. Guards are kind of like the assistants of peacekeepers kind of thing. And standing amongst them is a much shorter than anyone else you've seen. Not quite as short as Sable, maybe like 5'4", maybe like 5'6". A peacekeeper with, dark hair that falls out from beneath her, her helmet with the goggled eye visor. Her equipment looks a little bit big for her, as though they didn't really have anything small enough for her, but you know what? She's out here. So she's wearing it. And as she sees you, she will kind of look at you and wonder if you guys are the freelancers come to take on this investigation.
Who are we supposed to be looking for again? I knew I should have bookmarked that.
You just walk past her and she goes, okay.
I could have sworn there was some. Do you remember? I can't remember. Just in my life.
Skyler.
Oh,
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Where do you think she is?
You're standing next to her.
Does she say anything, or she?
Excuse me. Excuse me. My name's Skyler. You guys the freelancers?
Oh.
We are now, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I hear it's your first day. You guys excited?
Are you going to arrest me?
Why would I arrest you?
Because
What a joker.
Oh.
You guys ready to begin? You guys, wow, this is a pretty interesting one, if you ask me.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So, what do you know so far?
I can't remember. What do we know so far?
Flower shops have been broken into.
That's right. Good job.
Right. Was there something else?
Stuff is
Were there bees
Oh, I mean-
involved? I can't
There were
did
no
anybody
bees, though. We worry that might be.
Something with thorns.
Thorns. I knew it was something sharp. I could not remember.
when
Well,
you think
you got
of
enough.
bees, you think of shop.
You
Whoa.
think of sharp?
Well, yeah, because they have stingers like that. That's pretty sharp.
What about yellow?
I do think of yellow when I think of bees. Yes, they have a great color
And
of yellow.
stripes.
And stripes. Did you know stripes were in last season? And don't get me started on that. I could talk for days on it.
Yes,
Right. Well, it
please
sounds like
don't get us
you guys got enough. So here's the deal.
Types are rather
Flower shop's getting
diseased.
broken into. flower shops getting broken into. Very, very unique style. We all know it's got to be the same person based on the nature of things. Always the various degrees of vandalism and theft. Specifically, now here's where the kicker is. The thief appears to be stealing any and all roses. Roses are missing from all the shops that have been taken. Taken, gone, even from the back coolers and stuff. Degrees of theft as well. Money is taken from locked boxes and open purses. Rest of the flowers that aren't roses, many of them get crushed, many of them get vandalized. Pots broken, furniture toppled. It's a madhouse. And this has happened in 3 places so far. First one, and she'll point down the street, would be Blue Way Blooms. Then there's Jacqueline's Flowers, a little bit more down the line. And nearest to us, Florists of Honey. These are the 3 been broken in so far. Their owners are all in there waiting for you to talk to them. Gather any information, see if you can figure out what's going on. And if you must know, Jacqueline's Flowers was the one that got hit most recently.
And only roses have been taken?
As far as we can tell, maybe a couple other flowers here and there, but it's all the roses are missing. The petunias, the marigolds, they're still in there. At least some of them are, if they're not destroyed.
So this is a thief with 0 taste. I'm so sorry, but roses were out 3 years ago. I would agree.
Roses are boring as hell.
Mm-hmm. They really should have gone for Cordelias. Azaleas, those are beautiful. Oh.
I'm like you, I can tell. Regardless, any other questions?
Lyra, are roses a magical component for spells or something?
Just thinking the same
let me do a check. I will check.
I don't have any.
You may roll religion if you want to check divine magic, nature if you want to check nature magic, or arcana if you want to check arcane magic.
I'll guidance Lyra.
What was the
I will guidance myself.
I'm gonna wait. What macro do I have for guidance?
So
I see.
Allison, Blue Way Blooms, Jacqueline's Flowers, and Florists of Honey.
Sorry, advantage was accidentally toggled. It's the 9 + 1. Sorry, it's 10.
And
it was only whispered.
2. Don't say it was whispered.
Yes, sorry, I'll redo it. There you go.
Are you super attuned with magic as well? That's so exciting.
Who are you talking to?
You, my glorious pink friend.
Oh, that's so sweet. I am, just a little bit.
Oh, that's amazing. We're gonna be best friends, I already know. I love it.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Do you know anything about the roses? Are they used magically? I'm not as adept with flowers as I'd like to be.
Not with any spells you or Lysander is aware of.
Karleigh's face.
Nope. Not that I can think of.
I can't think of anything.
They're just beautiful flowers.
Again, hate to be a bother. Any other questions for me?
Charlotte, has anyone told you that you talk really fast?
I do. They have. Well, if there's no other questions, best be off. See you later. And she just gets her guards and just starts walking away.
Oh,
I didn't catch that third shop.
She's on a... What was that?
I didn't catch the 3rd shop that was robbed.
Oh, I didn't either. Something
with honey.
Jacqueline's was the most recent one.
Yes, but there was something with honey in it. Was the 3rd? Skyler, did you say you got it?
Florists of Honey.
Florists of Honey, thank you.
So we are looking for someone who is stealing roses and vandalizing shops.
As you look around, by the way, after you get this information, and now everyone official who's gonna help you has left, you look around, you will notice that the couple of people who are here, some of them look at you expectantly. Maybe they saw you talking to the to the peacekeepers. They might know you guys are freelancers. There might be more opportunities to help people around here as well, if you find those out.
You're adding a little side quest.
Lysander is definitely very talkative, so he's going to talk to all these people.
Little side quests. There's plenty of side quests.
Well, I'm happy.
For Jacqueline.
What?
I'm happy to go to Jacqueline's as well.
Are we splitting up? Are we just voting on where to go? We were voting, so I never know. Voting is... I'm never sure what the plan is with that.
I'm familiar with voting. My family used to do it.
Oh.
I, from henceforth, always vote wherever Lyra wants to go.
That's
You'll
very
see them
efficient. It makes it very easy to know. Just Lyra's vote equals 2. I love that. Efficient.
It's really worked out in the past.
It's great. It's really good.
It's just us two.
No.
It really works out.
Okay, great.
You totally went for an art critic vibe. It's just a lot.
Well, Calx and I can go to Jacqueline's and check that out.
Well, I think, didn't Skyler say she wanted to go as well
Well,
to Jacqueline's?
I kind of thought maybe we could split up the 3 places. And
I'll
we
take
could
the
go-
honey place. I love some honey.
I think I should go with someone, as no one wants to talk. to
Oh
me.
my gosh, come
Well-
with me. Come with me. It'll be so much
Okay.
fun. It'll be so
Alright.
great.
And I guess I can take Blue-Ray Blooms. Blooms.
It's perfect because you like blue.
Love blue.
It's perfect. Okay, great.
Okay.
Are we going now?
Did everyone
Okay.
get their badges? We have badges that were in the.
Wait, we had badges.
Badge.
Where?
We
Yes,
are
there was badges in the
officials.
folder. Now, Lysander, you have to be. It has to be worn where people can see it.
It's here.
As you say,
Wait.
it has to be worn where people can see it. You see in the background as Calx shuffles something out of up from underneath his armor, and you see him have the pin visible now.
What do these look
I
like?
ignore it.
What do
'cause
the
I know you're
badges
doing
look
that.
like? I'm so sorry.
There are these little dinky copper and bronze badges that basically they have the seal of the peacekeeper and then freelancer, and that's it. There's no fanfare. There's no embroidery. There is nothing special about this badge. It just says freelancer and then it's done.
I think you mean nothing special
are-
yet.
Nothing special yet.
yeah, these are hideous. I'm gonna have to fix these.
Absolutely. Probably after this.
But it clashes with
That-
my outfit so bad. Like copper, I
mean-
just don't. Do you think copper looks okay? Lysander, does copper look okay with this blue? Be honest with me.
I will say, I do
I
think
don't-
defacing an ID is probably illegal.
I think silver will look better.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Illegal
Thank you.
or frowned upon.
You know what? I'll just fix it later. It'll be fine. Everybody, this evening, we'll just do a little paint. It'll be fine. But for now, where was I going again? Which one?
Lost of honey.
Thank you. I'm gonna go right now before I forget. Okay. Lysander, come with me. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. See you soon.
All right. So who's going where?
Blue-Ray Blooms. By
Okay.
myself.
By yourself. And then
And
Calx,
then we're going
Calx and Lyra
Again, split up.
to Jacqueline's flowers. Perfect. Split the
up
party
already.
immediately.
Crazy.
You
Immediately.
can't split a party if there was never a party to begin with.
You're right. This is
I'm
true.
saying.
Well, now this
So,
is how our 3 separate
first-
campaigns go.
First, we will go in the order of what's nearest to where you guys are right now, which starts with Florists of Honey,
Yes.
Lysander
Favorite duo.
and Sable, to my understanding.
Wait,
Yes.
I
So-
thought we were your favorite duo.
We are, but
I didn't.
Not
I didn't
the
say.
tier.
I said nearest.
No, I said favorite duo. I meant, of course, Nick, we're our favorite duo.
Oh my
I
god.
said nearest. All right. So, you guys will step forward. Like, you don't have to go far. Basically, like 2 buildings, and you will end at this cozy little shop, little bit smaller than the ones next to it. On the hanging from like above the door is a small swaying sign that appears it's a little bit out of repair, that says simply Florists of Honey and has like a little decal of like a little bee just like sitting on the side of the F. The lantern outside is off, and as you approach the shop, you will actually see there is a man outside with like this weird backpack and this big stick on his back. He looks older, maybe 50-ish years old. And you know, based on what he's wearing, based on that backpack and this big metal stick, you know exactly who he is. This is this street's lantern man. It's his job to keep the lanterns lit at night and to go around and light lanterns of shops that are opening. He goes up to this thing. You see him looking in, and he's like about to turn away toward you guys.
Wait, is the lantern already lit, or did it look like he was checking?
No, the lantern is off, and he was checking to see if he needed to light it, and it looks like he doesn't need to light it.
Is he leaving the premises?
Yeah, he's about to leave. He's turning to leave.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh.
I am a freelancer. I have a question or two. Maybe
Freelancer?
For you.
The hell is a
Yes.
freelancer?
It's a new initiative that was started by the peacekeepers recently. Due to lack of funds and increased criminal activity, they are hiring individuals to help and aid in suspected crimes.
Alright, that's gonna do anything. This city's going to shit. Well, what do you want from me?
I can't help but notice that your occupation is, what's it called, Corey?
He's the lantern man.
That your occupation is to be the lantern man for this area, is that correct?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Well, if I were the assailant for the shops recently vandalizing and stealing roses, I would most likely do it at night, and your occupation takes place at night. I was wondering if perhaps you had seen anything.
I ain't seen nothing. They don't pay me to see things, they pay me to keep things lit.
Do I believe him?
Roll insight.
Thank you. I don't have guidance. 15.
He appears surly. He appears angry. He appears as though he has never smiled a day in his life. Very much anger is what you're getting from him, and anger is his message. They don't pay me to see things.
Right.
Barely pay me enough as it is. Can't even afford fucking oil anymore.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an idea as to who might be responsible?
Not a
Since
fucking
you're
clue.
in this area? Alright.
Not a clue, and I don't give a shit. I don't own a flower shop, that's what they're after.
So, thank you.
Look, if you want to make yourself useful, you can to me at least. Let me look up. Let me remember what my side quest is.
Seems important.
If you head down the street, there's this oil shop called Fluxweaver Oil. Fluxweaver's Oils and Sundries, whatever the hell it is. Look, they've increased their prices, and that's where I get my oil from. I barely have enough to keep the lanterns lit. You want to be useful, like you're claiming to be, head down to that shop and figure out why they raised the prices and get them to lower them again. Alright? Unless you do that, stop wasting my time.
Oh, so happy to do that. Raise prices, criminal, honestly. But I also, is this shop open?
No, it's not.
Do you know when it opens?
If they're open, they leave me a little note to turn the lantern on.
Was there is there a note that usually shows up at a certain time?
There hasn't been a note for 2 days. Usually it's here. In the morning, thought I'd check again, even though it's late in the day.
2 days. And you haven't... I know you hate answering questions. You're doing great, by the way.
Doing great. Roll a persuasion check on that.
Okay. Let me just get my persuasion here. Oh, what? Sorry, I didn't realize my advantage.
You have a really good persuasion. Let's go.
Persuasion 13. He won't take offense to that, but he's like, ugh.
I just was wondering, we'll figure out what's happening with the prices, but could you give us an advance maybe by letting us know if you happen to have seen anything? I know they don't pay you, which is tragic, honestly, a real crime. Not stealing roses, that's the real crime. But have you happened to see anything at night? That might be the reason why they're not here.
Like I told your friend here. I'm like, toward Lysander. I haven't seen anything, so stop bothering me.
Of course. So sorry. Absolutely. We'll get back to you about that oil thing. Thanks so much for your time.
And look, if you can't get them to lower the prices, I don't care. Just get me some oil.
How much?
That means you gotta steal it, so be it. Yeah, let's start walking away.
Wait, how much do you want?
All of it.
Well,
Just walking away.
That's an extremely overzealous request. All of it might be a bit much. How would he carry it all?
They have, I don't know. Maybe he has a quarrel wagon.
Perhaps. Well, do you want to go there now, or should we meet up with the rest of the crew and go there later?
Maybe meet up and go there later. But if we can't be of use, I think that's what our job entails, right? We're here to be useful to people.
And you notice that like I am completely distracted at this point. I'm like looking through my sketches, and I'm like kind of diverting a little bit. I'm sorry. What did you say you wanted to do?
It doesn't matter.
Oh no, it's absolutely. Forgive me, my brain just. It's real hard for me to keep it on track sometimes. Did you say you wanted to meet up with the group?
Later, I think we should talk to the shopkeep.
Okay, how about we head back to, what was that other shop called? It started with a J, right?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline's, yes. Let's go there.
But we haven't gone inside this one yet.
Well,
he
said it was closed.
Is this one closed, Corey? Or was it just
closed
outside of the shop? Oh, it is.
No, it's closed. Although, like, that doesn't mean there's nobody inside.
Yeah.
It means that the shop is not operational right now. It doesn't mean that you can't knock on the door.
Let's try knocking in case anyone's inside.
Okay, I guess we are here. We can give it a go.
You seem very friendly. Would you mind knocking? They might leave if they see me at the door.
Of course. I love to knock on things. As long as something gets answered. Let's try it. And I'll like go up and I'll knock on the door.
And you see Lysander with your high insight how much she adores knocking on things. Just loves knocking. As you knock, dung dung dung, you will hear like some shuffling and groaning from within. And eventually you will see a shape moving up toward the door, and the door will open. And Lysander, you have to like look down, but actually, Sable, you're right at eye level with this older woman. She's kind of like hunched over, and she's like, "Are you the freelancers?"
Oh, are you a mind reader? Yes, we are.
About time you got here.
I'm so sorry. I'm horrible with time. How have you been waiting long?
I've been waiting for 2 days.
Gracious.
My shop gets broken into. The peacekeepers say, "Oh, we're gonna send someone to look into it," and then I'm sitting here waiting on my livelihood while you take your sweet time getting down here.
Oh, I am so sorry. I should have encoded that memory. I thought it was recent. We will absolutely. Can we come in and?
Well, I'd like you to, so you can find out who did this and get my flowers back.
Absolutely. Let me just get my compatriot over here, and I'm gonna like motion for Lysander to come over.
Lysander to be at eye level with you guys has crouched down in his knees or like in his chest right now, and as you motion, he'll just waddle towards you.
We're ready to come in whenever you are.
Well, look, I haven't touched much of the shop since this bastard broke everything and stole my flowers. So you do what you're gonna do and find out who it was and arrest and murder his ass. Not murder, hang his ass. Murder is what you do when you're not part of the law.
It would be bad if we were to wantonly murder citizens.
So go on.
I'm so sorry. I thought that hanging and murder were the same thing. That is my misunderstanding. Yes, of course, we'll get started right away.
All right, so you guys will step into the shop, and you'll see this smaller shop has been, like, it's very clear. There are very obvious signs of a break-in. You see a chair or two have been toppled and, like, cracked, and, like, the legs are falling off. You see on the floor the dying husks of flowers that were torn from their pots, thrown to the ground, and some of them look like they were even stomped on. And very clearly, you know what you're looking for, but you look just to confirm it. Yep, not a rose in sight. So get investigating.
I would like to try a few things.
Okay. Yeah.
First and foremost, I'll just scan the room. Are there any spiders in this building?
Are there any spiders in this building? There are 1d8 -2 spiders in this room. There are 5 spiders in this room.
1d8 minus 2. That's great.
I'll look over. I'll go to one that looks like it's built its web so that it would have seen maybe the scene.
It's gonna be a very, like, one of those basically microscopic house spiders.
Yes,
Yeah. And so you Sable will watch. Sable, you will watch as Lysander. He's like he's hunched. He's got stood up. Yep. He's hunched. He looks. He leans, and then he waddles over to this this shelf display of like various like vases and stuff, and he will lean down, like get on his hands and knees, and kind of stick his head into the crack, like his face is up against the wall behind the thing, and right in front of you is the spider.
I will ritual cast Speak with Animals.
Ritual casting takes 10 minutes, so you're gonna be here for 10 minutes.
Yes.
All right.
Like,
as you see that happen, Sable,
spell.
he will then begin muttering to himself as he does this, and he doesn't look like he's gonna move around anytime soon.
Oh, okay. That's super duper. That's really fun. I will just, I'll take a look over here. You have fun. And she'll kind of like sidestep, shuffle away a little bit from the muttering in the corner. Can I just do a general investigation to see if there was anything left behind by the thief? Like maybe they dropped something?
A general investigation of the crime scene. Roll for me that investigation.
Okay. Let me make sure. I don't know why the buttons for me that say advantage or not advantage are not on my
aren't there? Yeah, here, let me add them real quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to set it up.
I didn't do that for you. Settings.
Okay.
Advantage toggle, whisper toggle. Anything else that you change, Nick?
I mean, I add a lot of stuff different.
We'll do it later as they
Yeah,
come.
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure it was on normal.
Should be there now.
Okay.
Should be there now.
There we go.
16 investigation. Looking around, as you look at these things, you find lock boxes that appear to have been busted open. Someone took a crowbar to this. Nobody like tactfully picked the lock or anything. You notice that a lot of things appear. This wasn't for the money. The money was taken, but you're seeing things and you're like, why on earth would anyone do that? Why on earth would anyone do that? This appears to be more of like an act of rage than anything else, like anger or something.
Okay.
Things that you will notice most of all, you will find what you believe to be how the thief actually got into the shop, which is it appears as though he or she used a crowbar to force open the back door that leads into an alley. Now, of note to you, firstly, you do notice this was done in anger. Secondly, this would have created a lot of noise. And apparently, I mean, so far nobody's said anything about anyone hearing anything. You haven't really asked, but someone should have heard what was going on here.
Okay. Is this lady in the room still, or did she leave?
No, she's sitting in the corner with her arms crossed and waiting for you to find out who the murderer is so you can hang him.
Okay, before I go and talk to her again, are there any footprints left in the dirt? Like
survival.
Let me roll a survival. Oh!
There are 73 footprints.
And they're all
none
different.
of them human.
What? Okay.
You're like, footprints. Footprints.
This floor is filthy.
No, you're like, you know, my shoes. I could use a new pair of shoes. Maybe some like thigh-high boots. That would look nice.
Those would look nice. I should make sure there's lace on them this time.
Yeah, it's just
my
completely.
conscience is so smart. Okay, I'll go find the lady really quick and just be like,
yeah, it's not hard.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What?
Quick question. I am just really super curious. Were all of the flowers that were stolen, were they the same type?
All my roses gone to this bastard of a thief.
Were they?
I took some other things too. I can't find some of my marigolds. I can't find some other things, but all my roses gone.
Okay, and I'm nowhere near as an expert as yourself, but I do know that there are different types of roses, if you will. Were they the same species? Do you sell the same kind?
White roses, red roses, ones with thorns, one without, all as long as it said rose on the tag, it's gone.
Did you have anyone come in that had an affinity for roses and
No, roses are going out of style. They've been out of style for 3 years.
Thank you. You are absolute. Oh, bless you. You are an expert. I knew it. So why do you think someone would want to steal such an outdated flower?
That's your job, not mine. You figure that out.
Okay. Well, did you hear any noise? There's a lot of like pots shattered. No?
It happened when I was away.
Did anyone else hear anything, perhaps?
Nah, my neighbors are deaf as they are blind. Didn't hear a peep, they say.
Are they actually deaf, or just is that your analysis of them?
So they got me.
All the neighbors are deaf.
They might as well be. Haven't been useful a day in their lives.
That is so tragic. I bet they wish they could be useful. I will try to talk to them. Maybe they can give me some extra insight to help you in this tragic scenario. Although, have you considered maybe it's a sign from the universe to not sell roses anymore? Have you considered gardenias?
Look, I have. Look there to my gardenias, and she points down into these stomped out flowers, all of them in a pile, just completely destroyed.
May they rest in peace.
And look, much as I despise the look of a rose, they're perfect for blokes who forgot to get their honeys something for the honeymoon. All right? They still make money no matter how out of fashion they are.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. We will get to the bottom of this. I'm sure my companion is just wrapping up his analysis of that corner.
He's now like laid out on the floor, and his head is like curled up at his awkward angle. And he's still muttering down there.
How's it going with the corner? Have you found anything?
And right about now, your speak with animals will complete.
Sorry, I had to activate a spell. Hello, ma'am. How are you this morning?
Oh, you're a big one.
I'm only large compared to you. It is a size difference. You seem quite healthy yourself. Is that an egg sac I see?
It is. I'm about to die for it.
Congratulations on your brood. Several days ago, within the premises, somebody broke into the area and made a mess of the things. I'm wondering if maybe you saw what happened.
Oh, yes, I did. A big man in a big cloak came through, started stomping on things, got poor Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy the web over. Poor Jeremy got stomped to death.
That's very sorrowful. But such is nature.
Such is...
Not Jeremy!
The web over.
Alright, you said he was a big man. Is he big like
Big man?
Or
Oh, he's a big man.
Alright. But you could tell he was male.
Oh, I think so.
Did you recognize any features, like hair or a beard?
Oh, I think he was a man.
We'll go off of that. Was the shop quiet when this was happening?
Now there was a great racket. He was stomping all over. Could hardly hear myself think. Couldn't even hear Jeremy's screams of pain while he was being stomped to death. Poor bastard.
Right. Interesting. You said he was wearing a coat.
Big coat. A big black coat. Like yours.
Was there any other item on his person that you recognize?
Any other item? Oh, there might have been.
So Sable at this point, Lysander's like on his side, and he's just talking into a corner.
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, you have no idea what.
You can see that there's something in there.
No, you cannot see. You have no idea what he's doing.
No.
I would just sit down and start painting in my book, like waiting for you to finish up.
Okay. Let me think. Oh, he had a shovel. I thought it were odd he brought a shovel. Didn't even use it.
Right. String. So a man, a dark black coat. He had a shovel. He appeared angry. Yes?
Yeah.
Right. Was there anything else you noticed?
Would
you like an animal handling out of me or something?
Yeah, roll an animal handling to see if you can coax anything else out of this poor spider's memory.
Let's go. Let's go. That sucks. I should have guidance myself.
No.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, ma'am. It is appreciated. I will leave.
All right.
Before
Lysander...
I leave, I know that web building is a lot of work, so I will use Druidcraft and I will patch some of the holes in her web as things.
Well, thank you kindly, sir.
You're welcome. May you catch many insects.
Lysander will.
Away.
Lysander will stand up.
Yeah, so he'll stand up, like all 4 of his limbs will be on the floor, and then he'll let off, and then he'll just like rise really creepily. Just like allow his spine to like align, and then he'll meet you. All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Are you done?
I've spoken to the denizens of this place. Well, one specifically. I learned of the death of another. His name was Jeremy.
Someone died?
Yes, his name was Jeremy. He was a spider, though I'm not sure which family he belonged to.
Oh, well, may Jeremy rest in peace. Bless his soul.
Probably it was a bad way to go, but nature's cruel.
Did you find anything, useful?
Yes. So, my friend in the corner there, she told me that it was a large man in a dark black coat. He seemed apparently very angry. He had a shovel, even though he didn't use it. I couldn't get any other facial feature out of her because she is a spider and not very intelligent and probably wasn't paying attention, but I should say she's a common spider. Some spiders are very intelligent, but couldn't get any other feature. But someone with a coat, shovel.
So
but
we're
we
looking.
know it's a male.
So we're looking for an angry gravedigger, or a peeved gardener with poor fashion.
A peeved gardener with poor
Well,
I think
if
we
it
should.
was-
Yes.
I still have the spell active. 1 second. I'll crawl back. Excuse me, ma'am, one more question.
Yeah, what you need?
Could you tell me perhaps the size of this shovel?
It was a
Was
big
it like
shovel.
this? Or was it like this?
It was a big shovel. Had to use it with 2 hands, the bloke did.
Alright, thank you. Good day. Let's go back. She says it's a big shovel. He needed 2 hands to use it, so it's not a small, like garden hoe that's a gardener would use, but more like a gravedigger. You would see.
So not a trowel. That makes so much
Not
sense.
a trowel.
I feel
Yes,
like a
that is
trowel
the
would be
tool I was
too.
thinking of.
That would not be good. All right. Well, here's what I think. Why don't you go back, see if you can find Skyler, let her know this information. I just want to ask the neighbors something. I hear they're deaf, but I'm pretty good with words, so maybe I can write to them. But she also said they were blind, so pray for me. It might be a bit of a challenge.
You can always use vibrations to communicate.
I have not, unfortunately, that is a language I have not mastered. Perhaps you
It's
can teach me.
difficult to learn it first, but when you get the correct vibrations on the web, they can understand.
I just look at you a little conflicted, but then give you a slow wink and a tap on the nose and be like, we'll discuss that further. I think that could be extremely helpful. I really appreciate your insight. Will you go and check in with Skyler for me? I think I
Yes,
will
of
not.
course, I
Yes,
can do that.
perfect. I will meet up with you shortly.
Skyler headed to Jacqueline's.
Is that where she went? I genuinely.
Blue way.
I remember
Way.
something with a color. It could have been chartreuse, but I
It was
just.
blue again.
Chartreuse.
Was it blue? Oh, you're
I
right.
would go to her.
Because her hair is blue. All right. Toodaloo. I will see you very soon.
Okay. So, first things first,
Right.
I will tell you, Lyndsie, what Sable is able to figure out
Okay.
from asking the neighbors.
Perfect.
The immediate neighbors, the ones next door in each direction, were both gone. Nobody was in their home when it happened.
So blind and deaf. Perfect. That's what.
Well-
so the information was accurate. I'm joking.
There was.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
None of them were home. Okay.
No one was home, and that might strike you as odd, as though this had to have been premeditated then, because how would they had to have known when everyone would be gone?
Do I know if there's some sort, are we like around a holiday that people travel a lot? Is there something that I would know of why people would be gone? Or it's just the whole block just happened to be
No, this
away?
is a pretty, I mean, it would be, this. It's like, you know, there's nothing special going on at this point in time. Maybe in a couple of weeks there might be some special day, but it'd be like, it's like saying right now President's Day is coming up soon. Like, cool, that's a holiday, but it's not, it ain't freaking Easter or Christmas or like, you know, Hanukkah or something like that. It's not, it's like, it's President's Day kind of thing.
Okay.
So no, nothing important is coming up.
Perfect. So, seeing that they weren't there, I'll take a good 15 minutes to paint a glorious image of this beautiful street, and then I'll head back to meet up with everyone.
So, because Lysander is headed toward Skyler, we will move on to Skyler then. So, you head toward Blue Way Blooms, which is...
And then I'll reappear in the scene whenever you tell me.
Blue Way Blooms was the first shop to be hit. You will get up to it. You will find that it is open.
I'll enter.
You enter in, and you see that while the shop is open, it is definitely like under renovation. You see that a lot of shelf displays are either missing or empty. Like, you can clearly see, you know, an area, a marked area where a shelf should be, but there's nothing there. You will see a couple woodworking tools sitting around, as though things have been, you know, being constructed. And sitting behind the counter, reading a magazine of some kind, like with a book or something in her hands, not a magazine. This is fantasy times. Reading a book is this dwarven woman with these blonde pigtails that fall down to her shoulders. And as you walk in, she looks up at you and gives you a big smile, puts the book down, says, welcome in, welcome in. How can I help you, lovely miss?
Hi. I'm one of the freelancers that's been assigned to the case for you.
It's been some time. I'm glad you could finally get down here. Oh, have you come to investigate to find out what happened?
Yes, any information would be helpful on your end.
Yes, of course. Just a moment. And she starts to get up and starts to walk away, like go toward into the back. And she sure call Maple, and she starts to go down and freelancers here, Maple, and eventually, as she comes in the back, she will then walk out. This dwarven woman with an elven woman, much taller, much more like regal looking, but with the same blonde pigtails that go right down to the shoulders.
I love your hair.
Yes, we did. We change it every week.
It's adorable. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions then?
Oh, not at all, not at all. We hope that this can get solved. We know 2 other shops have been hit so far, and it's just terrible. Anything we can do to help the investigation.
So do you know roughly what time your break-in took place?
No, we had just left the shop. We weren't in here, so we don't have a specific time. It would have had to be around between the hours of 5 p.m. and, well, we got home around 11 p.m. on a day that was about 12 days ago.
Okay. Had you planned to be out that long? Like,
Yes, indeed. We were going to the carnival. We had gone to see the juggler show.
Okay, very nice. I love that.
We had planned it for weeks. We had just saved up enough money that, you know, we had stuff to do. And with the plague having us down, we wanted to get out there, you know, have a girls' night, have a sisters' night. We're sisters, by the way. And
Good clarification.
We're sisters. We're adoptive sisters. We're elf and a dwarf.
Oh, and
and-
had you told anyone that you were going to the carnival? Like, I know people talk about going for
We
days.
we told a couple of our friends. Not. Who'd we tell? And the elven woman Maple will say, we would have only told. I need to generate a name real quick. We would have only told my brother Umlas. He's in a different district. He's close to the cloth worker district.
In the cloth district, you said?
Yeah, the Umlas, my brother, would have been the only one we told.
And who did you purchase these tickets from?
Tickets? We purchased them when we got there. It was the Ice Dancer Juggler show, I believe.
A lot going on. Dancing on ice and juggling.
Ice and juggling.
It's jugglers on ice,
And,
you know?
and
Yeah,
dance.
they were juggling. They were juggling ice knives.
That's incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Okay. And I noticed that your shop is completely destroyed. Like, did they did all of this? Did they leave anything?
No, they left nothing but, stomped out flowers and broken furniture.
And mostly roses taken, yes?
Only roses. We were able to count everything in our inventory as either destroyed or still here, and just the roses are gone. Of course, any money we left in the shop was taken too, but luckily we had most of it on us. A night in a carnival begs a hefty coin purse.
I do understand. Had you had anyone peculiar buy roses before this happened?
No, roses have been going out of fashion for 3 years.
Well, yes.
Not many people have been down to buy them at all.
Which would be peculiar in and of itself that someone would want roses at this time.
Let's go through the logbook and see what we can recall. They will go and take their logbook where they log their sales, and they will find that the last time they sold roses was about 4 days ago to a man who forgot his anniversary.
So
That was in the ledger?
Yeah, that was in the ledger.
anything
No,
from before
they
12
will-
days ago.
They will remember when they look at the transaction. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple sales of roses here and there, but as you go further back, it's like, they all appear, customer spot 12 roses for 3 silver pieces. And that's it. Like, we can't remember anything further back than this.
Was there any reason why someone would target your shop in specific?
Oh,
Why
not
not?
that we know.
Anyone down the street? Why you first?
We don't quite know. If someone has it out for us, that's, news to us. What we can say is that we know 2 other shops were hit, and they're both shops that we personally have had no relation with.
Do you mind if I look around?
Of course. There's still some things left that you may be able to take a look at. We've kept, some of the broken furniture in the back still.
Okay. Can you bring me there?
Yes, of course. And they will bring you. Again, it's been like 12 days since they were broken into, so there's not a lot left. But they will take you to, where they have the broken furniture. They're hoping to sell for like scrap wood or something. And what would you like to do for me?
I just want to do like some sort of investigation, or like just to like see if anything stands out like unusually.
Okay. And you'll go through the logbook as you do this too, I'll say.
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
It's not gonna be good.
I've seen worse. It's been too long. There's just nothing here from what you're seeing that you can gather.
Okay. Maybe I'll bring one of my compatriots back with me to help out.
No,
Take
of course. Do whatever you must. We only hope to be of help.
The Grim Reaper walks through the door.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper. Sure, and at this point we'll say the door creaks open and a tall, dark figure, like a specter, like a wraith, moves inside. And you see the two women are like, oh, hello.
Hello.
That's Lysander.
I was sent to help you.
Great. Could you take a look at this general area here?
Take a look how and what way?
Well, there's lots of broken furniture, and this logbook looks really interesting, but I can't get anything from it. But maybe you can.
Okay. I will begin to look around. I'm trying to see.
There are two spiders in this room.
Let's go. Thank you. Can I still have the spell up?
Sure.
Thank you. Must be like.
Yeah.
But it might be better actually to talk to someone who might have seen it, and then I will turn around and like crawl into a corner, like up towards the ceiling. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Were you here a day or two ago?
Oh, I've been here my whole life.
Oh,
All of a
fantastic.
month.
Impressive.
So yeah, you're watching, he's sticking his face into the corner and just speaking.
Did you perhaps see who entered this shop the night that everything got broken and laid out like this?
Oh, I did see. I saw a big man, I did.
Did he have a black cloak and a shovel?
Yeah. Oh, if I recall, he did. I thought the shovel was weird.
How so?
Well, you don't see many. You don't have a shovel.
No, I don't.
No one else here has a shovel, but he had a shovel.
How did he interact with the space?
Oh, he was angry. He was angry indeed. He kicked things, he broke things, he kicked them again after he broke the things.
Right. Thank you very much. Your information is needed. Was it loud or quiet?
Oh, it was loud. It was right loud.
Best of luck, and if you attempt mating recently, be careful because females will eat you afterwards.
Oh, I know, but it's worth it. And I gotta get there. I've only got 2 months left to live.
Best of luck.
All right.
Skyler,
Hmm?
my friend in the corner told me, and now we have corroborating witnesses. I think we have an idea of what our suspect looks like and what they're doing.
Your friend in the corner.
Yes, him.
He points to a dark corner behind a cabinet.
Can you not see
The
it?
one that's empty.
No, come closer. Like, have you beckon? I'll point it out
Oh,
as you get closer.
Yeah, and as you,
Goodness gracious.
yeah, it's a spider.
He's a spider.
That's your friend. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he said This character's ridiculous. Okay. He said, this a familiar thing that another spider told me in the other talk that we were at. So, we're looking for a man who is large, but the spiders might only be saying he's large because any person is large compared to them. But he was wearing a dark black cloak, and he has a shovel that he must that's big enough for him to use both of his hands with. And he came into the place and he tore it apart. It was very loud. And that is currently the same story that we have in 2 places now.
I heard from the people that were working here that they had gone to the carnival the night of the break-in. Maybe that's like something that has happened with others?
Can I go over to the women? Quin didn't catch their names, but Lysander wouldn't know either. Yeah. So he'd just be like, excuse me, are you the proprietors of this?
We are indeed.
Do you know of anyone nearby who would use a shovel often? One large enough.
A shovel?
A shovel.
A shovel? Well, some of the landscapers and gardeners in the Park District carry shovels. In the Park District proper, tending to the greenery and such.
All right. Would they come by here to shop or do something similar?
Sure.
And is there any way that someone in the Park District might know your absence?
No, when we're leaving. I mean, we don't advertise to people when we're about to leave.
They might have someone else who could tell them. Are there many animals in this area?
No, none at all, except the rats sometimes.
Rats? Do you have a problem with rats?
Oh, you see them scurry in the street. We don't have them in the shop here.
But theoretically, if you left, perhaps a rat was in the alley and could have seen you leave?
Sure, maybe. They're confused. They don't know what you're getting at all.
What is your business and the businesses of the street procure your flowers?
We mostly buy them from the people who live in the Park District or get permission to go pick them ourselves. That's what we do. I'm not sure about the others.
But who do you sell to?
Oh, we sell to people who don't live in this area and just want nice arrangements. Maybe they're having a dinner party. We do sometimes cater.
How far away is the Park District right now, Quin?
From where you are, getting to the actual Park District would be no more than a 5-minute walk.
I will turn, be like, hey, just a moment, Skyler. I will turn and leave the shop. I will summon Persephone.
Okay.
Persephone, perhaps you could camouflage yourself and look around to see if you can find a man in the Park District with a shovel. And maybe a dark cloak around the shovel.
Persephone will go with her arms. She'll do a little spider dance, and she will start to crawl away.
And I will occasionally check in with the census.
And you will see her in various stages of crawling through the streets and upon the lampposts to get toward the Park District.
I'll give her some time. I think I can communicate with her.
Let's find out.
Quite a large distance.
While you're familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate it with it telepathically.
Sorry, but I can enter her senses infinitely, I think.
No, while it was within 100 feet of you.
Oh, okay. Different. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but she can communicate with you telepathically. So once she finds them, she can come back and tell you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, but I'll just send her off to look through the day.
Yep. All right. Any other questions you want to ask to these people here?
Was there anything else you wanted Lysander to look at, Allison?
Oh, did they come through the front or the back door?
Oh, we think they forced their way through the back door where we load up and leave for the night.
Would we take a look there?
Mm-hmm. You go look. It appears as though the back door is still... Actually, they would have repaired the back door by now, but they will tell you that it appeared someone broke through here via force.
Can I use perception to interact with the door to see if it appeared force at all? Or is that more investigation?
To interact with the door?
Yeah, so like to notice any physical signs that the door was actually, like this was an entry point. You know?
No.
It would have had to have been busted in a certain way.
Yeah, roll that. That's investigation.
That is investigation. I figured. Might as well just try that. Investigation.
You definitely see. You definitely see damage along to the building, to like the wall around the door, that would be indicative of somebody forcing their way in.
Oh yes, I think from what I can see, it looks like they did enter you.
And did any neighbors, were they around?
Unfortunately, they were all gone too. They had their own plans. Not that we know. We didn't ask specifically what their plans were, but they weren't. No one else was here to see or hear anything.
Do you have a name for who you buy these flowers from?
Most often we speak with one of the druids, named Renshaw.
Renshaw. I think we should speak to this Renshaw, Skyler.
Sure.
Okay, anything else? Then we move on to Lyra and Calx, who do nothing and then go home. So, Lyra and Calx, you make it to Jacqueline's Flowers, the furthest shop away, and the one hit most recently.
What is it closed?
Oh, yes.
Is it open?
Yes, I should probably keep describing instead of just relieving you guys to telepathically understand what it looks like. So Jacqueline's Flowers is at the distant edge of the street. It's kind of like just where Petalrun Way turns into other streets. It's like, not quite a corner, but like the building over from the corner property. The shop is currently closed, and you can see very plainly one of the windows is broken. This place was very clearly the target of a vandalism crime. Inside, you do see someone, it looks like a man, kind of like picking around and looking through things.
What does the man look like?
He looks like a younger man. Not quite middle-aged, maybe somewhere around like 30, 32 years old. He's wearing simple clothing, nothing like fancy. It looks like more work clothing, and he's like picking through broken furniture and moving things around.
Well, I think that looks like Jacqueline if you want to go and get started.
That's Glenn.
Might be. Who else would be in Jacqueline's shop?
That's a good point. Okay, Jacqueline! And I go and I start
As you call out Jacqueline, you see the guy who already appears to be in a foul mood just, God damn it, my name's not Jacqueline. Jacqueline was my mother. What do you want?
Change the name.
Did you not change the name when you took
Yeah.
over?
I can't, because all the legal documents are under the title Jacqueline's Flowers. I can't change the name. I've tried. What do you want from me?
Oh, well, I'm very sorry about all the legal documents. I wish you could change it. But we are, and I point at the badge, we are the freelancers here to help you with the
They're
reason.
the freelancers.
Absolutely, Jack. We're here to help you.
Oh, thank the God, someone to be useful in this city.
Lyra, I think we need to discuss something very important. Should we do the intro again?
Would you like us to introduce ourselves?
Yes. What do you mean by that?
I think
would you like us to introduce ourselves?
Sure, why not?
I start pumping up. I start shaking my arms out. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean by this? As you see you do warm-ups.
Prepare to witness.
Wait, hang on. A minute.
Boy,
Calx
hardly pulls out a note. Okay, I'm ready now.
Hey, prepare to witness.
Wait, hang on, what are you guys doing?
Siblings in business.
Hey, but is this gonna take a while?
To keep the peace for civilians.
I didn't agree to a show. I thought you were just gonna introduce yourself.
Well, we're getting there. You have to be quiet. It's
No
wrongdoers.
Should we
He
restart?
did rudely interrupt us.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I think so.
you didn't explain what was going on here.
Well, we're introducing ourselves.
I think
Okay,
I
this is
get from what we were doing. So where you were?
Oh, you want me to start from the beginning? Sorry, he just
Wait,
he really threw me off.
Wait, hang on.
Do you just want our names then, or we were going to introduce ourselves?
I thought you were just gonna give.
Names were the next line. We were getting.
No, you literally didn't let us get to it.
Okay, sorry.
Fine, I'm Lyra. This is Calx.
Calx, yeah.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Orbit.
Here to make evil rat holes.
Look, sorry if you didn't let me know what was coming. I didn't realize I was gonna set a song and dance.
Does it off-put you? Is it off-putting?
I'm sorry. Look here. I'm sorry. I didn't understand what I was getting into. If you want to do a little thing, I'll let you do it. Okay?
No. Wait a minute.
I think the moment's ruined. Probably.
Is it off-putting if we do this introduction to people? Because we thought it would be really cool and exciting, and people would be like, "Yeah."
You just gotta let us know it's coming. You just let me know it's coming. I thought you were just gonna
talk about our introduction.
Well, but the way you described it, I thought you were just going to tell me who you were and a brief history of your character.
She was hopping around, getting warmed up for the simple telling you.
Well, she didn't start doing that until after I agreed for the introduction.
And at that point, you were locked in.
How should we say? Should we say we're presenting ourselves? Let us give you a presentation.
That's a better term. Yeah, no. Okay. If you say that, no one will have an issue again. I tell you what.
I'll be real. This is actually very helpful feedback.
Yeah, can we get a review form set up, Lyra, so they can review our performance?
Yeah. Jack. I'm gonna get this together, and I'll give you the review form. Okay.
Okay. Look
Is your
again.
name even Jack? You didn't
well,
really.
Jackson.
My
friends call me
that.
My friends call me Jack. It's fine. You can call me Jack. Full name's Jackson.
Friends, right? Because we're friends.
I guess so. I mean,
nice
you did.
job, Lyra. Your friends.
Five.
See, the intro does work.
It really breaks down barriers. It really helps.
Okay.
Breaks down the barriers of my psyche.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, well, we should probably. So we're here to investigate the break-in. So if you could just tell us a bit about what happened, I think.
Well,
we'll just forget what happened here. Jack, we're ready.
Yeah, it happened last night.
Where were you?
I was gone down to the Sable district. I've been thinking of trying to get a horse, get some, get a carriage, get a mule, a donkey maybe. Make getting shipments in from the Park district easier. So I was down there looking at horses, and they came back to this, reported it last night. Peacekeepers said they'd have someone, and well, here we are.
Best two in the job, absolutely. So you were at the Stable district
Did you get what you wanted? Did you get a mule, a donkey,
I definitely
a
got
horse?
some good information. I didn't buy anything that day. Now I can't. I'm glad I didn't. Otherwise, have nothing in my savings to recover from this.
So what did they just take roses, or what else did they take?
I mean, I haven't had time to go through like a full inventory of anything that was taken. Definitely all the money I had stored here, and luckily it wasn't much because I took all as much as I could in case I bought something. But any money I left in here is gone. All of the roses. I mean, you can see there's not one around here anywhere.
Can I ask, where do you normally get your roses?
From the park district. I go talk to the druids. They let me go around and pick my own flowers.
Park district. Do you have it's just all the druids? You don't have like a specific person or people? Like, this is my chrysanthemum dealer. This is my... I don't really know how things work in the flower district.
No. The way most of it works is the druids keep their circle tight in there, right? The druids have their circle, and then we deal with the ones who are like the spokesmen for the druids. I cut a deal with the druids. I paid them in advance. Well, my mother paid them in advance many years ago for rights to pick a certain amount of flowers every day from certain areas of the park. The one I have spoken with the most is Renshaw. He's the spokesman in this local area. He deals with, non-initiates, the non-circle members the most.
When was the last time you talked with the druids?
I haven't spoken with them in a while. I keep to the terms of my agreement, and we don't have much to say. Would have been a quick shore up I had with Renshaw about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's pretty recent, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Who knew that you were gonna head out to see the mules yesterday?
As far as I know, no one. I didn't really tell anyone I was thinking of buying this.
Do any of the employees of the park district come and check in on the shop? Like, any of the druids come to make sure the flowers are still good?
No, once I pick the flowers, they're my business now.
Sorry, could you repeat where he was the night of the break-in?
The Sable district.
Well, I guess I have to hit you with the big questions. Do you have anyone who who has a particularly violent relationship with roses or anything like that?
No, I have a couple mates down. Yeah, I have a couple mates down around the place. No one I know personally has a violent reaction to roses.
Well, I have no idea who could have done it.
Is there a lot? Because we know what the plagues go. Okay, so wait. Has there been a really big death around this area lately? Like an important figure, or a lot of death?
Petalrun Way's been... there's been... Actually, you may want to go talk to...
Let's go, Lyra!
Calx, I think he's stuck. On a loop.
Let me hit him out of it.
Thank you for that. I got stuck in the loop. You may want to go talk to Avanos and Wybin. Yeah, typing their names into the chat so you have them.
Oh my god, I was so dang close. They said Wybin instead of Wybin.
They run...
But you still failed.
Avanos and Wybin, they live here on Petalrun. The one closer toward the end, away from the park. They run this grocery stall around here in case anyone wants to pick up a quick bite and doesn't want to walk all the way to the markets. They've been talking about a group of ruffians hanging around, and maybe you could see about that. That's the only thing dangerous really happening around here right now. Side quests.
You haven't had like
Quests.
a big dealing with a big merchant lately, but like any big sales? No.
No, it's been business as usual, standard proceedings. People who forgot their anniversaries.
Did you happen to?
A lot.
Happens a lot. Happens quite a lot. Heart goes out to the blokes.
Any, I don't know, like dealings with maybe fire or something like that, which would, like, I don't know, hide flowers or something.
With dealings with what, Nick?
Fae, like fairies.
Fae. No, I've never quite seen a fairy or a sylvan in my life. That's not true. There is the satyr who I've seen perform at the carnival. Him I have seen, but I've never spoken to him.
Well,
All right. Well, are you okay if we take a look around?
Of course,
Unless
I
Calx
do.
had more questions.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say.
Of
Oh,
course,
well,
I'd be my guest.
Siblings have
It's
the
all-
best mind.
It's all as it's been. I've just been trying to clean things up a little bit, but I thought people might be coming soon, so I haven't touched too much.
Good. That's very smart. Very good on you, Jack. All right. Well, we will take a look around, and then we will tell you when we're done, so you can finish cleaning up.
All right,
I'm
thanks.
sure your mother wouldn't want to see this business in this kind of state. if she was
Oh,
still alive.
rest her soul. This was her life's
rest.
work.
Love you, Jacqueline. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. Jacqueline. Boom, 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 Jacqueline.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna investigate the ever-loving mercy out
So,
of this
are you looking for
place.
anything in particular, or just
I
a
would like to
general
check
investigation?
trickster.
What's your class
Okay.
again, Karleigh?
Arcane
I'm a
trickster.
rogue.
That's
I'm a
right,
rogue.
it was a rogue.
I'm a roguey rogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Yeah,
love
yeah,
to
the
look
mage.
for footprints, if I can. Like,
Okay.
footprints.
Specifically, footprints is survival.
Oh, that's,
that's
me.
crazy.
That's me.
I'm so glad
Alright.
you took survival. I was really worried because I was like, didn't make the cut.
No,
I mean, it's not like I'm good at
Tracking.
survival.
Tracking
I'm going
is
to guide
survival.
myself and then do it.
So proud of you.
Thanks,
Mike.
sis.
I picked
Thanks.
survival up.
Fuck.
That was whispered.
Well, natural 23, whispered for a 12 or 11.
You see, it's not hard. You can't make out any actual like boot prints or anything like that, like specific. But it's not hard to see that it looks like maybe like dirt. There's like dirt and soil on the ground of this area as well.
It seems like this land has been soiled.
Calx, your
It's the
jokes
soil.
just keep getting better every
Hang on,
time.
hang on,
Are you
hang
writing
on,
these
hang on.
down?
Wait, hang on.
You got
Hang
it.
on.
I know you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jackson. I was really funny. Thank you.
Can I investigate to see where the entry point was?
Sure. It's not hard. I'll say it's not hard to find that the back door appears to have been forced open.
Was it forced open with a shovel? Or with an instrument, a tool?
Roll. That's definitely gonna have to roll an investigation for that.
Brother, be guidanced.
Brother.
I'm
Brother
wise
mine.
as help. Yeah,
Oh.
okay, it's your ass.
Thank you so much, brother.
Don't guide her ass. Guide her eyes.
Magic initiative.
Like a 21.
How does it look when you guidance her? By the way.
I give her a pat on the back. You got this, sis.
Okay.
Thank you, Cal. Calx, I love it. Thank you.
It's completely devoid of any ceremony or flair. Just
Doesn't need it.
boom. Okay. With that, you are able to determine that the way the door was opened it appears to have been that something hard, some steel or heavy tool, was shoved in to like the door crack where the door hits the wall, and was used to pry open the door.
Calx, some sort of heavy iron steel instrument was shoved into the door.
You
and
mean
used
like
to
a crowbar
pry
or
it open.
something?
Yeah, but heavier and larger.
No, it could have been a crowbar.
A large crowbar? Oh,
Yeah, probably a large crowbar.
why?
But dirt? You found dirt. Why would a crowbar and dirt be here?
I don't know. But I'd assume when I think dirt might be the druids or...
You think they came back for the roses?
I don't know.
Maybe they're vengeful. Maybe they said, we're sick and tired of you taking all of our flowers. We want them back.
Yeah, I mean, sure. You're the smart one of the two of us.
I don't think I'm all that smart, but you really think I am? Maybe that's why they took the money too! Because they were like, we really need more money.
I mean, druids in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of druids,
That sounds
what
cool
I
to
think
me.
of
Money.
is greedy,
Yeah.
money obsessed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're poor. They're poor. What are they gonna
I'd
do?
also like to try and investigate
Sounds like
this.
moonshine's the only alcohol you're getting, you know?
I'd like to investigate this carnival too. I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's a bit suspicious.
Carnival? Where did the carnival come up?
With the satyr.
The satyr.
Oh, the guy he hasn't seen the show of in like 3 months?
Exactly.
I imagine that is not related, but
I mean,
God
one
will
day-
descend from the
Let's see
heavens
it.
and tell you that the satyr is not related to the crime.
I really think that if I was going to put my money on what is important for this campaign, what an odd word choice I'm using here for this investigation.
Corey, I don't know if this would be investigation or perception, but like just look for anything that's out of sorts in the flower shop. Like anything that maybe was left behind by the perp.
This is a vibe
That
check,
would-
Corey.
That would be by the perp. That would be investigation to search for a hidden item.
Get
are
guide.
we a cop show? Are we a cop show?
Yeah, we are.
Let's go.
Get that.
What's the? I mean,
What's the
hopefully you guys have
first
established an MO by now.
I'm freaking Dickie Wolf over here, all right? I'm writing.
Okay.
I'm writing all of them. I'm writing all the SVUs. All right, let's go.
I'm just
Looking through
You have a really good investigator.
Looking through, you will find two things.
Oh, shit.
First things first, you will find that when you inspect the dirt that Calx found, looking for anything, you taste it, you shovel some into
why are
a
you
thing.
tasting the dirt?
You
It
will
could taste off.
notice something interesting about it. This is not potting soil. This had to have come from somewhere else than the shop. Second thing you will notice.
Lyra, you know the taste of potting soil?
Don't question my methods.
You will notice that sitting hidden amongst the battered remains of the flowers that you might miss if you're just kind of like cleaning things up and sorting things appears to be it to like an untrained eye. It's just a twig, but you notice something. It doesn't appear to be part of the flower that it's near. So this dirt and this twig would have had to come from somewhere else.
I take samples of both the dirt and the twig. And I save it for later. I have evidence. I go up to Calx and I go, I'm taking these both to go. I think I know someone who might just know where these came from.
What? Who?
I was thinking Lysander, but maybe not by the
I
way
mean-
you said who.
He just likes spiders. It's his entire thing. Like, have you talked to the guy? All he talks about is spiders.
Actually, you know,
I
actually
asked
have not
him
talked
about
to
the
him at all.
nature of his magic, and he talked to me about spiders for 10 minutes.
Why did you talk to him about the nature of his magic?
You know why.
I do know why. I just wanted to ask you why. You're sneaky! You're being sneaky already! With our new friends! They're fine. Think they're fine.
I like spiders.
That's suspicious!
I can hear
That is suspicious!
Lysander in the distance
like
saying,
spiders?
I like spiders.
No, I'd say it's from the
as
ceiling.
this scene
I
is
crawled into
happening,
the room.
as this scene is happening, like the camera will zoom outside the shop as this is happening, and a little white exoskeleton spider will click on past toward the park district.
Perfect. I did have one more thing I wanted to try.
Well, hang on.
I don't know if their scene is done. I know.
No, not quite yet. They still got time to do things.
So do you want to do something? Like, go to Lysander?
Go to Lysander.
Well, we'll bring him when we're ready. I mean, I'm tucking into my, I have a skirt with pockets, so I put it in my skirt pockets.
Do you want me to carry that, though?
No, it's okay. My skirt has pockets in it, so I can.
I know, but things have a tendency to fall out of your skirt pockets. They go flying
Like what?
everywhere. Like, I don't know, some of our identification in the city when we were walking up the stairs.
That happened one time.
And I'm not going to let you hold on to the identification any longer.
Fine, and I pass them over to the Calx. You can have them then. I don't know. Oh, can I just do a basic Arcana check, see if there's any leftover magic in the air?
Sure, roll Arcana. Any magic here? Sniff it out.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy thinking about how things fell out of your skirt pockets all the time. Yeah, I'll guidance you.
Frodo? Okay.
For a hot second, Lindsay, I thought that was a butterfly in your hand when it was extended.
I don't know.
Off the opposite side of the camera, I was like,
I
it was like a millisecond. I was like,
Karleigh, is a 28 good enough, do you think?
First crit. I love the game.
Ooh, let's
God.
go.
28 good.
You are so magically intuned. You know so much about magic that you transcend the mortal plane and become a god. No.
Oh my god!
I'm the goddess of air now.
He's happening!
There is nothing magical in this entire story.
I'm the bargain.
Give her something.
Do I notice a spider outside as he walks by?
Yeah, you notice a spider outside.
Oh, there's a spider outside. No,
you
I
go
want
back.
something magical.
That's Persephone. It's a Lysander spider, isn't it?
Should we follow it?
Oh, I guess.
Have fun. A new adventure.
Do you think
Okay.
we should like rendezvous with the? You know what? Never mind. We're better without them. Binary
Will lead
orbit,
us to
alright.
them. Persephone will lead us to them.
But
Right.
binary orbit, am I right?
Binary orbit.
Yeah.
Persephone has been given her orders. She will continue to walk toward the park district to find men with shovels, and now she has friends following her. What did you want to do? No, you're not within 100 feet of her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay, so last thing I wanted to do, I wanted to ritual cast detect magic. I did forget to do that in case there was anything magical.
You find
in the
so much
shops.
magical. There's magic everywhere. In the woods, in the floorboards. It's falling out of your hair. No, there's no magic anywhere.
Okay, so no magic on the scenes. Right?
No.
Both. Okay, thank you. That was it.
Okay.
So will
then
the three
we'll
of us rendezvous.
So what we'll go with is you guys are ready to rendezvous, and what'll happen, how this will get facilitated is Lyra and Calx will follow Persephone. Persephone will just go through the streets. We'll go into the park district here. Hang on, let me move you guys to the park district. Go into the park district. We'll sit in the park district. Persephone will crawl along a little fence. We'll look out. We'll see a couple guys like doing some landscaping. They're like moving a tree. Like a tree's getting too close to the path over here or something, and so they're moving it. And Persephone will sit there and look. will turn around and start going back, back the way she came, and then, so eventually, yeah.
Wait, why is she leaving? Do you think?
I don't know, but why do you think she came here in the first place?
I don't know. I mean, what would she even find here? I guess. I mean, I thought she was kind of leading us to him, but...
Can I do an insight check on the spider?
Yeah, sure. This is animal handling, actually.
Do we have anyone with an intelligence?
Brother?
Sorry. You
So
can
Lindsay's
do it.
character should
Let's
be-
go!
Lindsay's
You have a 20
character
in
is
intelligence, right,
extremely
Lindsay?
smart. She has an 18.
8?
I'm never giving up these online dice, ever.
The spider
They're
appears to
going
have...
abandon you.
The spider appears very similar to you as like a dog that is following a command from its master. It has completed the first part and is returning home.
Wait, did Lysander
Did I like
ask
see
him
what
to,
it was
like-
kind of looking at?
Yeah, you saw it look at the men with the shovels and then turn around and start walking back.
It looked like it was looking at the men with the shovels. What did it look like? Men with shovels.
Oh, the dirt!
And the thing that pried open the doors!
A shovel!
A shovel! We have to say that we figured it out ourselves and not
Yeah,
with the
they
spiders.
can't know that they're smarter than us.
No, we can't. Okay, so we have to say, and the branch must be from here.
Oh
Can
my god, the branch must be
The branch. Okay, can I look at the branch and see if I see any trees that match this branch?
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of trees around the park district. You go up to the nearest one, you take the branch. Ah, looks like a perfect match.
Oh my god, we did it. We
He's
sold.
from the Parks District.
They're from the Parks District. We did it. Okay, so we
Why-
know that the
why-
prep is from the Parks District.
Yeah, he's from the Parks District. And then what?
He owns a shovel. And he's from the
He
Parks
owns
District. That's amazing. We're doing so good on our first day.
You know, when you stepped out the door, like a couple of days ago, to try and be a freelancer, I didn't think we had it into us. But,
To be honest,
know
I didn't
what?
think so either.
You are killing it. Let's go.
You're really doing
High
it.
five.
Okay. Can I just
So
do a quick
should we
perception
call
check
that-
to see if like any of the landscapers have like roses on them, just like coincidentally?
Yeah, roll perception.
Oh, yeah, you can do it.
You
Let's
see,
go!
you see a man like doing an exaggerated sneaking movement with a cartoon bag slung over his shoulder, except instead of a money sign, it's a picture of a rose.
Oh my
He's got a
god.
rose bag.
You see that like in the actually you don't see any roses around here at all. You don't see any.
Maybe they're taking the roses to repopulate with roses? I don't know.
Wait, is this where the druids are too?
You don't see any druids nearby. You just see some landscapers.
Maybe. Or maybe there's like a really big installation. Well, why would they steal them? I don't know. Well, no one here has roses on them. Maybe they smell like roses.
So you want to go around and smell every single landscaper before we head back to the group?
Maybe?
I'm in! Let's go!
Maybe? Maybe Lysander could send Persephone to do it.
Yeah, because spiders smell really good.
I'm saying.
That's effective spiders.
I knew it. I didn't know if spiders could smell, but now I'm positive they can.
I'm really sure they did. Do they actually smell well?
Some of them do.
Do they actually? I didn't think
Some
spiders smelled at all.
some have chemoreceptive abilities that we would equate to scent.
Well,
Oh, wow. The more you know.
I did not have that on hand.
Some of them do.
Persephone's not good at
Most-
smelling.
I've watched a lot of spider
Persephone's
videos
awful.
this week.
Some of them, it's very rare. It's very rare. I can't remember the name of the species that does have that ability, but most
The North
spiders
American ones.
spiders rely on eyesight.
Like we
the
were
ones that are in
saying.
Texas, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
the
we
ones
were
that are in
saying.
Texas, around like the Dallas, Fort Worth,
Yeah.
Austin area, have really keen sense of smell.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Like we were
And they
saying,
can-
that
they
spiders
can
are
smell-
known for their sense of smell. So this is going to be a really good idea.
Yeah, and they really love food with that mayonnaise and chicken food that y'all ate at your house. They love
It
that.
also
shit.
looks like they usually need to touch something to smell it.
So we're going to have
Like ants! Like
spiders.
ants!
Like,
We're going to have spiders crawl over everybody we're interrogating in order to smell them better than humans can smell.
We're not all together, and also this is bad, crazy.
no, I like it. Let's continue.
You know when Karleigh says that, it's bad.
No, I like this.
That's
Let's continue
crazy.
down. Let's
Fuckers on
continue
your
down this. Let's continue down this train of thought. Let's keep going.
Okay. No. I'm going crazy, Calx. I'm going crazy. We should head back. We should follow Persephone. And I turn around to see
right.
Persephone, and she's gone. No
Yeah.
idea where they are.
Why?
Quite sneaky. She's tiny.
Why?
Did we
Lyra.
ever say we were going to meet with people?
Yeah,
Yes,
do
you
you
did.
remember the lie back
Oh.
to the flower district?
Yes, you do.
No. No clue. Yes,
So,
of
you
course
guys-
I do.
So you guys will all rendezvous with each other. Okay, you guys will all meet up. We'll say around about where you met with Shyla when you initially got here.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, it appears like some of you know more than others.
We come bounding up, and we just start yelling, "Shovels! Shovels! Landscapers with shovels!
And dirt! And
Dirt!
dirt!
Branches!"
What? And as
The
you, like,
perpetrator.
as I walk up, I'm fiddling with my little badge, and you can see that it is now painted silver.
How did you get a rank up?
What? Oh,
rank up.
no. I meant to paint Petal Way, and somehow this badge just fell into my hand, and now it's silver. I don't know.
What,
I hand over-
into your hand, or
This pink, please.
Huh?
Hand over my badge, and I ask you to paint it pink.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
paint this?
I'll take it, and I'll take out my paintbrush. I'll start painting it.
So sorry,
What
we
was
were
this
running.
about the... Why were you running? You were down the street.
Yeah, and it's a long way. But we wanted to say that there are shovels, landscapers with dirt, and branches.
You learned about that too.
Well, what do you mean, Lysander?
You see, that was so well done. Well, you see, in talking to some friends that were within the shops, they told me of a man who wore a dark cloak who had a shovel big enough that he needed to use two hands, come in, swamp, vandalize, and take the roses. They said he was very loud, and it appears that all of the shops he was hit. Maybe he had a similar experience with Jackman's. It happened while they were away.
And there was also a murder. Jeremy.
There was a murder?
Jeremy.
There was.
May
Who's
he,
Jeremy?
may he rest in peace.
The man, Jeremy, was a spider that lived within the Flora Honey shop. And
Oh,
he got stepped on.
Do we need to hold a funeral, or?
No, nature was good.
Apparently, nature.
We
is
also
fun.
heard about the. We also found out about the cloak too, right, Calx?
How did you come across it?
There was
when
a
we were
cloak
at the-
remained.
there was a cloak, yeah.
Yeah, there's a shard of it back at the
Nice sense that they're lying.
at the door. Lysander, we have materials for you. Calx, give him the
I
stuff.
wouldn't care to. I think Lysander would believe him, but I'm playing Lysander's insight as passive. Like, he just picks up mannerisms of people.
Yeah, sure. I mean, with his
able to tell
passive
everything.
insight, what's your deception, Karleigh?
You don't even have to know. It's a complete lie. You can read her like a book.
Like we're not even trying.
Yeah, we're not trying. You can read her like a book.
Spontaneous and not rehearsed.
But no, for real, what's your deception?
One.
+1.
Yeah.
This appears, it's clearly a lie.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that nature. Damn, that was a good guidance.
That was a good roll. Gone forever. Gone
I
forever.
didn't guide you though.
We didn't guide you.
Sorry.
It appears as though it's coming from this place of like wanting to impress you, and not like they're trying to deceive you or anything like that.
Impressive.
Thanks. Yeah. No. Took us a bit, but we did it. We did it. We, Calx and I. We figured out the perps. Everything about the perp.
Everything about do you know their name?
George.
George. That is the name of a criminal if I have ever heard one. It's right up there with Brian. I've met a lot of Reverend Brians.
Georgeson.
George.
You were lying, and I don't know why.
Georgeson.
We know everything about the perp. Everything. Yeah, what's their name?
Georgeson.
Did you find them and like figure out why they're stealing roses of all things?
Actually, that's why we came back. Famously, spiders have a really good sense of smell. So we were just hoping that Persephone might be able to, help us find out this Georgeson.
Persephone.
Well, spiders, their sense of smell mostly resolves around touch, mostly. It's not really ambient. They mostly sense smell through their legs. It's a chemical response.
Wait, that is a good. Skyler has a good point. Who's Persephone? Have we met her?
No, although I think she's behind you right now. But don't be scared.
I turn around
She's
really slowly.
gorgeous. She's truly beautiful.
Do I see anything?
You turn
behind me?
around slowly. You see sitting on like a bench, maybe like 2 feet from your head, is this big white spider, and it looks like you, and it's a little palp skull.
Like the size of your hand. I'll start walking over, and then I'll hold my hand out, and Persephone will like crawl into the cloak.
Oh, well, Kelp, that was unexpected.
Persephone is a spirit that I am very attached to.
And she's a great smeller.
Somewhat. She mostly has great eyesight, but her magic is quite powerful.
I like we forced the smelling thing onto Persephone. Like, it wasn't even a question. It's just like, Persephone can smell really good.
Yes, Persephone and Memi, the other spirit, am bonded quite closely too.
Nemi?
Are they a
Memi,
spider
yes.
too?
They are, although they're very mean. But so Persephone's nice. You can
Don't
talk
even-
to Persephone, you can pet her, but Memi
If I
is
might
is
interrupt
fidgety.
here, I will say, don't start asking about how many spiders are around here. You don't like the answer. But,
Don't like
spiders
knowing
aside,
more than
Lysander...
one.
Next question. Lysander, you are druid, right? So, you
I don't think
have
so.
some experience with like dirt and twigs, trying to find out with this sample that we collected.
I have experience with rocks, mostly.
That's unexpected, but lovely. Are you a gems
Yes.
expert or just like gravel? What's your range?
Gems. I can tell some gems apart. but mostly just cold stone.
Rainbow?
Pretty cool.
That's very. What? Cold stone.
Lysander, this is a very odd experience. Everyone's like, that's pretty cool.
I've never met so many people interested in what I have to say. I must admit, you all catch me off guard.
Well, you seem very knowledgeable. And knowledge is
Do I?
a wealth of. What? Yes. Oh, I don't know anything about spiders. Nothing.
Or rocks. Or cool stone. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. I'm more of a
That's
water expert.
since arriving in the city, I've felt so useless. This is strange.
Oh. Well, you've been marvelous.
I
Wouldn't you
failed
say, gang? Hasn't he been marvelous?
Gang.
Yes?
I would absolutely agree.
And I would agree with Lyra.
Who agrees with Sable? Who agrees with everyone?
Unanimous agreement. Yes. Well, amazing. So we're looking for George. Did you get his face?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Lyra's lying. She doesn't know who the man is.
Lyra, is this true?
Santa. Yes.
I'm sorry, why would you say that?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
To be honest,
But
I knew you were lying, but I thought it would be. I liked your enthusiasm. So
Thank you.
yes, of course.
I just really, really wanted to impress all of you, and then I got very deep, very, very deep, and then you asked me,
It was
and
actually
then I
I
floundered.
think
I
you're
will
impressive.
say-
I had a friend that was a
Kind of.
flounder once. Actually, they're very silly. That's a story for another day. I'm so sorry. Continue.
I will say, Lyra, you did kind of under zero pressure dive into the deepest lie you possibly could.
Under
think it's
zero
impressive.
pressure.
It's made of stone.
Under zero pressure.
Have you said that you're an Earth Genasi or no? Like, do they know that?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't said
It might have been.
anything, but
It might have
doesn't
been
really matter.
written. It might have been written like your race on
Yeah.
your job sheet, your application sheet.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think you're impressive. I had to talk to 2 different spiders to learn what I did. You found it out by yourself.
All by
Well,
yourself. That's so impressive.
we did find it out by ourselves. Yep.
Is she lying again?
Yeah, we had to use the spider too. We had to go to Persephone.
So you
use
found
Persephone.
Persephone.
Oh, I
you
didn't
must-
say that in character.
Oh, okay.
Persephone will tell you they followed her.
I'll have her crawl back out. Persephone, you need to do a better job of hiding yourself so people don't see you. You can camouflage.
To be I found her because of magic. Like I detected her presence.
Oh, yes,
That's the only reason.
She's quite magical. Alright. Well, I think we have another name of an associate I think that is probably worth speaking to. Because if they're buying all of these flowers from the park base, the crime seems tied to the flowers in some way. And they are buying these flowers from the druids or from a man named Renthro. And if that man is...
What's up with us too?
Okay, so if that man is primarily presiding over these sales, perhaps he would know who our perpetrator could be, or maybe it is him himself. I don't know why they would agonize over these flowers and would cause harm specifically, though, as all of these people have permission, and they pay for the flowers. But something is amiss.
I mean, maybe it's not the flowers, and maybe it's something else associated with flowers. I'm not sure. I'm just here.
Oh.
No, yeah, continue. Oh, okay, I didn't.
I'm not sure if this will be helpful, but I did promise a troll that I would look into rising oil prices. Was it a troll?
Oh yes, we should know he was a man.
Was it a troll or was it a tree? It was something tall. I can't remember.
What? No, he was a man. He was...
Was it? What did
Yes,
he do?
He was,
Something with
he was a
oil.
lamplighter.
A lamplighter, yes. He said that he was quite rude. He was very upset because oil prices are rising, and he wanted us to look into why that was. Not for any sort of reward, just because he was mad at me. So I was like, I'll help you, it's fine, out of the good of my heart. You're welcome. But perhaps they could potentially be linked in some way. Perhaps the economy is failing, and it's because roses are out of style.
The economy, the economy's failing because of the plague. And the
We have
Germans,
time.
man.
And the
And,
war.
like the war, yeah.
You're right, I forgot about those things. Yes, perhaps.
There's
Are
a
you
wall.
okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I quite literally just have the memory of a goldfish. That's not a figure of speech, by the way. Goldfish actually have like a 3-second memory. Mine is very close to that. If I don't write stuff down, it just flies right out of my brain.
What does?
What?
Have you had this your whole life?
Have I what?
Have you had this your whole life?
Oh. Yes, I believe so. My long-term memory is fine as long as I can write it down enough, or put it in a picture. I can kind of visualize it better, but we've been rushing around so much today. I just can't.
Perfect.
Am I aware of a medical condition this could be?
Roll medicine, and also just so it's clear, a perfect investigator.
I'm fabulous, and I want to hear nothing short of it. Oh, 28. That's crazy. We got a doctor in the house.
Actually,
It's added on to it.
yeah, I should have moved you guys back here.
I just threw the guidance on there, Courtney, so it's always there, so I don't forget it. So we can always take it off. It shows the dice.
No, you must remove it. No, it's fine. You like. Obviously, I'll just let you guys have guidance. No, actually, yeah,
Never mind.
the two who have guidance can just kind of have guidance. No, because it's not a reaction anymore, is it?
No, it's an action. Concentration lasts for a minute.
You have to tell me then.
Yeah, you're good. But I'm gonna keep it on as a macro because I kept forgetting to put it on.
Oh, sure, that's fine.
So we'll just subtract the 3, so that's a 25.
25, not enough. What was the question again? A medicine, a medical condition.
A medical condition that could be related to short-term memory loss.
I mean, if it were one of the medical conditions you're aware of, then it would be completely debilitating and she wouldn't be able to do anything, so it's probably just that she's a scatterbrain kind of thing.
I just have a lot of pictures in my brain.
Your memory concerns me, but the good news is that it is not tied to any detrimental disease I am aware of.
Oh, what a relief.
You're
Probably
far
for the
too
best.
young to probably be associated with Alzheimer's or dementia.
You know, Alzheimer, the great wizard, discovered a terrible disease.
That's funny. Anyway.
It seemed that you were just scatterbrained.
Yes, it's true. Scattered like droplets on the wind.
Interesting.
Can't hold me
All right.
down.
So, do we want to investigate and go talk to Renshaw, continue the main investigation, or do we want to go speak with the oil shop down the way, or talk to
shop?
Is
or
it
talk
on
to
the way?
Avanos?
Like, is the oil
No,
shop,
it's-
like, do we pass it, or is it?
No, you don't pass it on the way to the park district. It's very close. It'd be like a 2-minute detour to go there, but it's not on the way.
Oh.
We might learn more.
Yeah, they might have
I'd say
heard some
Park
stuff.
District
I think we have the
because,
time,
like,
right?
Calx would say Park District because this crime is kind of like violent, and someone might get hurt if we let him.
Remember, you did get a tip off from Jackson that there are 2 people nearby who run a food stall.
Yeah.
They were talking about ruffians that they were worried about.
Never mind. Let's
Oh,
go.
okay.
Let's go to that food stall.
Okay,
I believe in
yes.
making sure these ruffians are not
They could be associated or no.
I
are
think,
actually softy. Anyways,
I think Lyra would say we should focus on the main task at hand because that's what we're getting. Like, that's our mission right now. And then once we're done with it, we could always do the side tasks after the main one. But like, we were sent to deal with the flowers.
Sable would agree and say that if it was along the way, she would suggest we go. But if it's out of the way, we can continue.
Are the ruffians out of the way?
The ruffians are actually on the the people you need to talk to are on the way. You don't know where the ruffians are.
Were the ruffians suggested as being part of the problem, like people that were seen, or it's a separate? Oh, it's a separate.
No, it's a separate. This came up as like, hey, like the question was any dangerous characters about, and Jackson's response was, yeah, these two people who run a food stall nearby have been worried about some ne'er-do-wells hanging out near their stall. Talk about that, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, my vote would be to stay focused then on the main story.
What is Lysander's opinion again?
Have a look further out. We can do whatever you think is best.
What's
Skyler.
Skyler's opinion?
I think we should go to the main quest.
All right, main quest. Let's go.
Wow, what a switch flip from the last.
180.
Everyone's like, no, stay focused. But of course, just so you guys know, the side quests will remain available.
Okay.
Until
I was worried about that.
No, there's only gonna be like 2 to 4 per zone per like mission, but they'll remain available until you guys do them or turn in the mission and just go home.
And I'll ask this too if it seems topical. If it's like DM players, will they pertain in aiding our main quest endeavors at all? Will they be like a good idea to get out of the way first, or is that a maybe?
If I do, it'll be along the lines of like the same story. Like, hey, I want to make clear to you guys what the rewards for the side missions are. Yeah. And tell you, like, you know, you might get more information if you do the side quest. Some also just, like, depending on how circumstances progress, some might become unavailable, but that'll be because you killed the person, you know, issuing the side quest. Just doing the main mission won't make the side quest, like, disappear or anything.
Okay.
Just to, like, clarify, when we, like, let's say we figure out whoever George Georgerson is and we turn them in, right, then the side quests go away. Like, we can't circle back to them after we turn in George Georgerson.
No. If you turn in George Georgerson, the ruffians are still hanging out wherever they are. You can go back and deal with them then. But no, that's after you capture. When you go back to the Peacekeeper Corps and you say, here is George Georgerson, here's the evidence that links him to the crime, the ruffians move on then. Then we're moving on to the next chapter and the side quests are lost.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Answer, everyone good?
That's really helpful,
okay.
Yeah.
In which case, so we're going to continue with the main path?
Knowing that, do we want to change our votes at all?
Well, yeah, then that's actually a really good question. Like, do we want to get to a certain point in the main quest and then be like, okay, side quests? Because I'm just afraid that more break-ins will happen.
Sure.
If we leave George Georgerson
I think
alone.
we could complete the main quest and then leave the turning in until we finish up the side quest.
Is that
where are we just going to keep George Georgerson?
Yeah, that was my thing, so.
Yeah, like, you're going to have to keep the criminal now.
Yeah, I think we do the side quest then, like the ruffians one.
Probably better to do trickle them in a bit along the way then. Because here's the thing, we know that we need to go to the Park District, but we also know that we need to spend time investigating and exploring that place. It's not going to happen soon. So maybe that's how we can rationalize it in character, right? Like, this is a good stopping moment of, like, we know the place now, but we're going to have to talk to a lot of people and figure things out. So it's still going to take time. Maybe we can solve this really quickly.
Maybe we limit ourselves to, like, one side quest, so we're not just, like, doing what we did last time, where it's like, we're going to do 6 side quests.
You guys can, again, there's only going to be, like, 2 to 4 available, so you can bang them all out and then get on with the actual investigation.
Okay. That makes more sense.
It's up to you. I've learned my lesson. Indeed.
So let's just do the ruffians now because they were on the way. Does that sound good? At least talk to the people.
I mean, I feel like it would make logically in game. I also feel like if it was an investigator that heard that there were ruffians in the area, I feel like I would put them together. I would be like, well, maybe they know of a ring that's happening, or maybe they're a side adjacent to something. I would probably want to be what's up with the ruffians, So my vote would be we could look into them as we're adjacent to the main quest as well. I'm cool with that.
What's the lamplighter again?
You never got prices in oil. So if that's tied to the story at all, the oil's got to be produced. Well, maybe it's produced industrially, but from resources from the park district. So maybe if we figure out why the oil prices are rising, we might also come to understand more about the flowers, or just more of what's happening in the park district. Is maybe
because the lamplighter guy was saying that he could barely, he was barely able to do his job because the oil was so expensive that he was having a hard time having enough for lighting lamps. So it's probably not likely tied to be where the thieves are hoping that there's no light so that they can rob by. I think it's something completely separate that we could do or could not. But the ruffians thing, I think, could potentially, we could get some information that could be useful.
I agree with Lyndsie on this one. Yeah, I think figure out ruffians and the other one. I think we'll figure out the lamplighter as we go do those things.
Yeah, it can be later.
But I would love to hear what
that guy was grumpy, so he can take his time getting his oil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was a very mean man.
Maybe you just need to help him. Maybe he'll be like, "Thank you. I realize now I was rude to you before and you didn't deserve it."
It's amazing what kindness does to people.
Allison, what do you want to do, my love?
I think we should do the ruffians quickly and then go do the main one, because I don't feel like we're gonna get anything out of the lamplighter guy. It's just
we have a consensus.
Yes.
Nicholas, are you good with that too?
The ruffians, we go.
I was up for it originally, the ruffians.
Cool.
I was the first ruffian hater.
Unfortunately, you guys took too long to decide, and the ruffians ran away.
You're funny.
I wish everyone's got a voice.
So, we will head. You guys head in the direction of this small food stall. It's just kind of it's kind of set up. They got some candies. They got some fruits and stuff at this little stall that some people may stop and grab a quick bite of something before they go about their business. Most actual grocery markets are in another area, so this is a quick, like a food truck on the side of the street kind of thing. You will see behind, running the stall is this 40-ish, maybe almost 45-year-old man, and beside him, further to the back, looking through some boxes and stuff, is a woman about the same age. They both have dark black hair. His is a little bit brighter than hers, and these kind of not tired but worn, rounded features. And they look at you as approachable. Welcome. Can I get you guys anything? Any help with anything?
We're just working down the street, on the pedalway. Sorry. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
Yeah, I see you got a notebook in front of you. It's all right.
And we're investigating the recent break-ins.
Investigate? Are you some of those new? Are you some of those new freelancers they've been talking about?
Yes, we are. And we heard from the florists down. We heard from the florists down the street that there were some ruffians in the area.
Yeah, quite want to say that they're, up to trouble, but hanging out in the alley, we think we've seen them with weapons. It's just nearby our shop. It's just not. It doesn't make us feel safe. Put it that way.
When do they normally come around?
Well, they just started hanging out there. Well, as we walk by, we look in the alley, we'll see them. Came about maybe 2 weeks ago.
And like what time of day normally?
They're mid-afternoon mostly. Again, don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're talking about, but they got weapons.
Have you interacted with them at all?
No, keep our distance, but we're just, we're not warriors, we're not fighters. Don't want to get, not trying to get mugged today or anything.
Did we pass by the alleyway? It's like mid-afternoon.
Some of you might have on your way to the shop, but some of you might not have seen it yet. So in the direction that they're referring to.
Why don't we go check it out then?
If you could, that'd be nice. And hey, you know what? If if they are up to no good and you do put a stop to them, I'll toss you in some coin. I don't know how much you're getting paid. I don't know how much the peacekeepers are paying you, but if it's anything similar to the rest of the government work in the city, it's probably not much.
And some candy?
Sure,
would you also toss in some candy?
Sure, you can toss. Just got in a shipment of these caramels. You'll each get one. In fact, why don't you guys take one for the road?
Really?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
Do you have any insects?
What?
Edible insects like crickets or grasshoppers?
No. What? No, we don't. Sorry.
All right.
Would you like a caramel?
Sure. I'm very hungry. I don't think I've eaten in weeks.
In weeks?
Sorry.
Well,
I have no money. I've been slowly starving to death.
Well, that will never do.
Do we have any money for you?
Oh, you should have some starting money from your backgrounds.
Yeah.
I technically do.
I'll.
No, if you want to,
I'm gonna buy you.
if you throw it away, I'm not going to stop you from throwing away your starting money. I'm not going to
throw it away right now.
Cool. Farewell. Gone forever. Gone with the wind. Frankly, my dear, I never wanted that gold. But this guy is like, yeah, do you want to buy something? He's like looking at his cart.
I don't have.
Maybe we should all go to lunch.
That sounds like this might be a matter of health and safety. We perhaps should get some food. For our dear Lysander here.
Yeah, sure. Well, I got food here. You want to buy something?
Lysander, what do you like to eat? I know you said bugs, but this gentleman says he doesn't have any.
I'm sorry.
I think the bugs with his spiders.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, I like insects just fine too.
See, that's why you can't assume, Calx. Continue, Lysander.
I like meat.
Oh.
I haven't had many vegetables in my life, but I liked potatoes and beets.
Oh.
Bread
I
is
think
new
we
for
have
me.
excellent boiled potatoes.
I found moldy bread on the side of the street the other day, and it didn't seem very edible, but I ate it anyway.
Well,
It's all right.
Oh, dear.
I thought you said what? I thought you said that you hadn't eaten in weeks. Yesterday.
But no, that was 2 weeks ago.
You had moldy bread 2 weeks ago.
Are there any potatoes at this cart?
He has some. He has some jerky. He has some meat jerky. He has some. They look like baked beet chips. That's the only foods he would have that Lysander mentioned.
How convenient.
It's,
How convenient.
I won't be picky. Food is essential for survival.
Yes. Which would you prefer? Do you want the beet chips or do you want the...
I don't know what any of this tastes like.
Well, that's perfect. That's perfect because then it doesn't matter. You can just eat it and you don't have to worry about not liking it, you know? You don't have a preference.
That's true, but how can I make a choice if I'm not aware of what my choices are?
You know what?
Get in the beach.
I was just going to say, Skyler, how about the beet chips? They sound lovely.
I would
Sorry.
also take some beet chips if you're
I
buying.
can't pay for it.
I think we've got you covered, right? Right, gang? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You all are so nice.
We are, aren't we? We're
We
amazing.
aren't we?
You know,
It'll
when
be-
I offered to teach children about arachnids, they just called the police.
Oh. That seems
I
drastic.
was
Were you
Were
like looming? Were you looming over the
Were
children?
their parents there?
Why
Yeah.
question
Just
these
like gather a
people?
bunch of children's around.
Wait, Lysander,
looking,
they called the police on you. Did they even come?
I went looking for an occupation, so I went to the school because I figured I could teach children about arthropods and arachnids.
You can't do that.
They said they would think
You
about
need
it.
a police check for that.
They left me outside in the rain, and then they called the police.
Yeah.
In which case, a peacekeeper showed up. They called the peacekeepers. They did not call the police.
Yes.
A peacekeeper showed up, told you to leave, and then you left.
It is sad.
But no, I will take a silver piece for some nice treats on the side. And I don't know who wants to pay for Lysander's portion, or if anyone does.
I will.
Oh, there you go. Skyler.
How much is
I
it?
will. 1 silver piece. You may split a gold piece into. You may split a gold piece into 10 silver. This vendor does
Calx
have
will
change.
just pay for everybody.
Oh, cool.
What?
Yeah.
All right, well, give me five silver then. You
It would
charitable,
be 6. No, it would be 5.
you charitable
My
bastard.
math is wrong.
While he's paying, I will turn to Lyra and just be like, I hope that the rose gold was okay for your badge. I know you said pink, but I thought it would just complement your stars perfectly. Is it okay? Do you like it?
I absolutely love it. If we could just find some maybe like gemstones we can put on it, maybe some stars
Yeah, get,
or
like-
some danglies. I think it would just.
I love
Just
that.
be
I was
banging.
thinking of adding some shells or like water droplets to mine. So we'll make that happen. Craft
Raft
day.
night.
Craft
Oh
day.
my goodness.
Amazing.
Love
Well, you all enjoy a nice treat. Lysander, this is the food you've eaten in
these
weeks.
chips. These are like chips.
Yeah, these are like
Beet
beet chips.
They'll take one and they'll just be like, sniff it out. You said eating all of them.
Why? I
Honestly.
don't think you should eat them all. Just do it slowly. You'll vomit if you eat too much.
I think they might be gone already.
That's actually a really good point.
Really great advice.
They're all gone.
but
They're all gone.
Oh well.
It was,
You're gonna be fine.
yeah. Do you want some of mine?
Mm.
Do you mind?
Not at all. I'm more of a dried kelp person, honestly. So please help yourself.
Do you mind?
Hey,
I'll just
thank you
hand
so
you
much.
the container. Yes, of course.
I think he would start to cry.
He would start to cry. Oh
You just see
no.
like a tear.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's okay.
As you hand him
He's just
food.
chewing.
Lysander, your memory goes back to the last time you asked someone for food and they said, "Get away from me, you disgusting freak," and threw a shoe at you.
Yep.
Like, oh, away from me, you disgusting
freak. That's so sad.
Sorry I did that to Lysander. I didn't know you was
No, it's just so sad. It's so sad it becomes comic relief. It's so tragic.
Oh,
You all are so nice.
But you going to a school to teach them about spiders?
He's like, what can I do? He was like, maybe I could teach them too.
Hey kids, would you like to learn about spiders?
Okay.
that's crazy.
Let me show you something I have in my cloak.
Okay. So
I was thinking of all the different things he tried when I came up with that one. I'm like, that's so good.
So, you guys will have your little snack break, and then the
You mean the
stall
moment my life
owner,
was saved, but yes.
yeah, the stall owners will point in the direction and say that the ruffians are off in an alley that way, and it is toward the park district actually.
Yay!
Just making it easy for us.
Head that direction.
So, as you start heading that direction and looking down into alleyways, you will come upon one where you will see what appears to be 3 men down back in this alley, down all crouched and looking down into something. They're wearing these like brown hoods, these brown like thick leather hoods and pants, and they're like looking. They're all crouched around something, looking at it.
And it's dark, you said?
It's a little bit dark. It is an alleyway. And you may hear one turn to the other and go, "Just don't know what we're gonna do, Paul." And they're like still looking at this thing.
Would you all mind if I send Persephone to investigate for us? To ascertain maybe any danger or what they will?
Oh, I don't mind.
Not at all.
What else? He'll hold his hand out towards the ground, and the spider underneath his cloak will crawl out underneath it. Persephone will land. As she does, I'll just be like, remember to hide yourself, Persephone. And her white exoskeleton will turn more stone and blend in with the area. She chameleons. Skitters away.
Yep. And Lysander
will perceive through her senses.
Yep. Lysander will like sit up, and you'll see his eyes that are this amber will glaze to like a soft dull blue as he looks through Persephone's eyes. And as Persephone closer, you'll hear them, they're talking like, we're gonna, do you think we need to call headquarters for help? Now, headquarters isn't gonna send anyone down here. We gotta figure out how to deal with it ourselves. We just don't have time to deal with this. And as Persephone gets closer and crawls up on a wall like a spider can, she will look down and see that these people are looking down into what appears to be a hole in the ground. And with her intense sense of smell, Persephone will smell this rank, like this terrible odor coming from the hole.
Can I use my natural knowledge to perhaps ascertain what the odor could be?
Sure, roll nature. It's not hard, you've lived in this. That is the smell of fecal matter and of sewage.
Awesome. Okay. I will tell Persephone to stay there and know that's her senses. They appear to be looking into the section of the sewer. It smells horrible. And they mentioned needing to talk to a boss, having to handle something. They mentioned headquarters. I'm not familiar with the city. Does that sound familiar with anyone?
Does it sound familiar?
God.
Can I do a roll?
Roll a history.
I'm gonna roll a history.
How confident.
History.
I'm gonna roll a history.
14.
Knowing
A 24. Holy moly.
seeing 3 guys It's not hard. There's 3 guys in these very distinctive jackets looking down over a sewer. These are definitely sludge runners. Which, sludge runners, you guys will all know about what's called the sludge tunnels beneath Throtwin. These are people who are responsible for keeping the sewer lines operational. It is not a glamorous job, but they are paid well. The city found out what happened if you don't pay the sludge runners, and it was a terrible day for literally everybody in the entire city.
So these are
people with
definitely government jobs. They're not
these are people with government jobs. They're probably not ruffians.
Villain.
Although you're not sure, this may not be the alleyway that they were actually talking about.
Wait, did they give us specific directions to an alleyway?
Yeah, they said down this way, but they might not have been talking about this alley. You didn't go quite as far as they mentioned you should need to go.
Maybe we should keep
okay.
looking.
We found another side quest.
You found another side quest, is what you found.
I don't think these are the right people.
Probably not, but maybe they need help.
I mean, it sounds like from what you've said, they should just call their superiors. You cannot pay me enough amount of money to deal with sludge. Do you see this outfit? I cannot.
Sludge is bad.
Sludge is bad.
It's necessary, but it's preferable not to be around it. Mostly for disease.
It is necessary, however, we are not getting the pay salary for those brave souls. So, I just don't know. I just don't know if it's worth our time.
You will hear them say, maybe we can pay someone nearby to do it. We do have a forward bonus from this month. That might be the best option we got, Paul.
Please, I beg. I am begging.
I understand you're begging, but I mean, Lysander needs some money, right?
Lyra, please back me up. And Skyler, both of you.
Karleigh went to the bathroom.
Yes.
What is happening?
They're trying to get us to work with the sewage.
The guys went to the... You got the job. You're gonna go look for the ruffians, but on your way, you look down another alleyway and you see what are people called sludge runners, and their job is to maintain the sewer systems of the city, looking down over a manhole, proclaiming that they're gonna need help to deal with this and that they should probably use their forward bonus that they got to pay someone to do it.
Ladies, please back me up. We have to stay focused, right? Must stay focused on our task at hand, right?
Stay focused.
Yes, precisely.
Calx, I really do not want to go in the sewers.
And they wouldn't even have to go into the sewers to help us. Would probably be pretty easy to convince.
I think we should stop listening to them
No,
now.
you're gonna have to go into the sewers. I'm kidding.
Well,
What is a convincing argument that would be made to go into the sewers?
I mean, we'd be helping people. Oh, I thought that's what you wanted.
You know what's so nice? I am so glad that we've already established that Calx's vote is Lyra's vote. It's so easy. We already know.
No, but Calx brings up a really good point that it would be helping people.
Please, I beg.
And we
don't
do
let
need to help people.
Please don't let me get on my hands and knees in these pants. I just cleaned them. Please.
We have to go through the sewers.
What? But it doesn't have anything to do with the ruffians. They're just lazy, super paid employees.
For it.
Aren't these all ruffians that we're
No.
looking for?
No, these are not the ruffians. This is a separate.
These are separate people.
This is a separate side quest.
We have the wrong alley.
Imagine walking up to someone who's
Okay, hold on,
building
I'm so
something and
confused.
saying
I thought these
they
were our
hate their
ruffians.
job and
No,
saying,
these are-
I'll do it for free.
These are not the ruffians. These are separate. This is not the right alley, but it is a potential side quest if you want to go talk to them.
So wait, okay, these are just people saying that they hate going into the sewers to do their job.
No, these appear to be sludge runners
have
who
some
are
kind of problem. We don't know this.
they are saying we can't go down there. We're going to need help.
Have we talked to them yet to be like,
No,
what is
you have
your
not
problem?
spoken to them. You don't know
Okay,
the
what if
problem.
we go and talk to them?
you.
Sable heard about the sludge running and immediately was like, fuck
And
no,
it was
guys,
immediately
we're
like,
leaving.
no.
What if we even just ask what the problem is? Because what if it's connected to everything, and then we have an obligation to go?
I don't see the harm.
An obligation? Oh no.
We don't need to either.
That
I don't
badge,
know.
Sable, our badges that are now beautiful and decorated, we have an obligation to fulfill our roles that we have signed up for.
But we're
As
on
protecting this
contract
city.
for flowers. We're on contract for flowers. This is
Our job
sludge.
goes beyond contracts.
Oh, I'm quitting.
Our job is
I
to
start
protect
taking.
the
I
city.
start taking the
No,
pen.
and I push it harder into your body. You can quit.
Okay,
At
fine.
this point, the commotion, the three men will turn around and say, oh, hello? They're like looking at you guys now.
No one's here. We're just rats. Nee, nee.
Can we help you?
I think we can actually help. Maybe you. And I stride forward, confident.
We do need help.
I
we could
hold
use some
my
help.
breath, and I walk forward. I am here to help you. What seems to be the problem?
Well, first, who are you? And they
I'm
see now
I'll step up
easily
and start-
noticeable, but
I'll step up and start walking behind.
I am a freelancer with the city, and we have overheard that you are in need of help.
freelancers, that's a new thing, Paul. And they look at each other and they're like, one of them's like, maybe they'll help us. And one of them's like, no, they're not gonna help us.
That's
No
the
one-
first
none of
The
them-
problem first.
Very clever. You hear from the
Look.
back of the alley at the entrance.
Look, none of the peacekeepers do anything useful in this city. They're not gonna help us.
Okay,
Hang
that's
on.
uncalled for. We're actually very helpful.
Look, hey, thanks for coming up. We're sludge runners. You got that much already, but right now we were tasked. There's been a problem with this section of the tunnels, and it was our job to come up and see what it was. And what we found is a collection of monsters living down there. It looked like kobolds to us. Tried to kill us. They had blow guns that they shot at us. And we're worried that, well, we're not equipped to deal with them. Our organization is overloaded as it is. Obviously, they're the cause of what's going on down here. We need to get them out of there. And, we're not warriors. We could use some help.
I look to the others and go, do you think it might be like a language difference, maybe?
With the kobolds?
Am I familiar with kobolds at all?
Maybe.
Yeah, you know about kobolds. There are some, like, they're usually pretty dang wily. They're monsters. They're scrounging about through the tunnels and underneath.
Can they speak? They have a language.
They do have a language.
Do I know it?
Do you know it? What languages do you know?
I speak Druidic, Common, Sylvan, and Primordial.
Nope, don't know what. I mean, you haven't spoken to them yet, but you would guess that a kobold does not speak any of those languages.
Would I know what language they might speak? Quinn's thinking.
Something around Draconic or Goblin or Orcish.
This is a
I've interacted
question.
with kobolds somewhat before. They do have a language. I don't speak it, but
This is a question that I was gonna ask before session, and I completely biffed it. What languages would have been spoken in the Onyx district? Like, would there have been a language that, like, the common folk would
Dwarven, Goblin, and Dwarven and Goblin would be the most common languages spoken down there.
speak?
Besides Common,
Dope.
of course.
So you'd probably have Dwarven in common? Or Dwarven
Yeah,
and
you probably have
Goblin?
Dwarven.
No, I have common, thieves' cant, and two others.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can do
Yeah.
Dwarven and Goblin.
Dwarven and Goblin.
there you go.
Oh, too bad we don't have a wider range of languages. That's unfortunate.
Languages. And look, here's the thing.
Goblin might work.
Again, the one guy is like, come on, Paul, they're not gonna help us. And Paul's like, will you?
We would love to help.
We understand.
I mean,
it's
we
not-
would love to help if you have some way of nullifying the terrible smell and effect on our clothes.
Do you have an extra
we
set
do.
of clothes we could wear?
Sure, we will give you our jackets if you head down there.
I'm thinking more like waiters.
We'll give you all our gear and stuff.
Excuse me. I might be able to rid our clothes of smells using magic.
That sounds good.
But look,
Sable, look, I got an outfit too. But I do like your ideas.
But look, guys.
You just hear a gasp of horror from.
Look, guys, really, like, we know it's not the most. We know our job's not enviable. If you head down there, we have from our forward bonus, we'll give you 20 gold pieces each.
I yelled to Sable. Sable, it's 20 gold pieces each.
That's like, I don't know, 4 of these sets of clothes that you love so much.
Skyler, 20 gold pieces each.
Again, this is with the generalized knowledge that one worker earns about 1 gold piece per day of work. So they're offering you the equivalent of like 2 weeks of a paycheck.
I'm not gonna like it.
Lysander, will you tell them what you told us about ridding the clothes? I think that would really win Sable over.
Sure. Sable.
What?
Hello. I can use magic to rid your clothes of smell. I think I can anyway.
Probably.
Imagine Druidcraft, I think, can create sensory effects.
Yeah,
Imagine
that whole.
Be able to.
No, there's the whole thing. There's the whole thing about like, I've seen this talked about where only prestidigitation is allowed to clean things, but I think that's freaking stupid. You can totally use Druidcraft to at least mask the scent, but clean it up and do all that stuff.
Because it does explicitly state that I can create a sensory effect, so I can play with senses and things.
My question, Corey, how tall are the tunnels down there?
They're about. Some of them are as low as like 5 feet. Some of them are pretty big. They're enough for most people to walk in.
Lysander, you might have to dock.
It's okay. I can fit into tight spaces quite well.
I would like to go around the corner and change into waiters. I like a different outfit.
Yeah, no,
and then tuck my outfit into my little satchel.
There are 3 of them. They will give you guys like these heavy leather jackets, these heavy leather pants, and these waders to protect yourselves. I assume that the 3 women will immediately grab them.
I think immediately is a strong word. But I guess if we're doing it, yes.
These look
I mean, if you want, I could hold you up while we're in the sewers, so you don't touch the stuff.
You would carry me?
Sure.
My hero. Thank you. Yes.
But you'll still put on the waders anyway, right?
Of course. Do you think I'm a mad woman? Yes.
I'm a mad woman.
All right.
I'll go over, I'll stand, I'll smell the stench, and I'll be like, it's fine. I won't worry.
I will hold my breath whenever we go in.
Yep. And as you guys descend into the sewer to help out these sludge runners real quick, you will be given nothing because it is time to end session.
Already.
Cliffhanger. Wow, this is fun. Like sand.
Should we end session? Should you give the outro?
Do our little outro.
Outro. Yeah, well, okay, thanks for watching, everyone who might be there. We were Vesta Umbra, and outros are more difficult than intros.
That's why you fucked it up.
That's why I fucked it up. It's too hard. It's too difficult.
See you next week.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.